Hello, 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 and welcome to yet another Q&A Thursday right here at the Rag Company, where I'm your host, Dane Hennon, and to my left, Anthony Fisher. Welcome to the program.
Dane, thank you for having me. Glad to be here. Happy Thursday.
Absolutely happy Friday Eve, Thursday, whatever you choose to celebrate, that's your choice. But over here, we've got a guest, Jason. Welcome to the program, Jason from
Hey guys,
Opti-Coat.
glad to be here. I'm real excited about working on this Land Cruiser today. So.
Heck yeah, man. So you're gonna be laying down the law with some OPT products on this blue Land Cruiser, getting it cleaned up because that thing is quite dusty.
It is. This is a perfect example for like using a rinseless wash. I don't want to introduce a bunch of water and a whole lot of chemicals to it. It doesn't get driven that often. It's not needed major decontamination. It just needs cleaned.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. And today I'm going to clean it, and then I'm going to go ahead and put our Hyper Shine on it too.
Oh,
and then
sweet.
show you guys at the end basically how to use the Opti-Coat maintenance items after you Opti-Coat your car.
Sweet. And we got company colors matching, right?
Yeah,
That's right. I almost blend in right there today.
Toyota, I like that,
The
right?
products to the shirt to the car, it's all blue.
Very cool. So today, right, so we are celebrating actually this entire week Optimum Polymer Technologies Weeks, which includes, of course, OPT and Opti-Coat. And so this entire week, we have been putting out OPT content. We've been celebrating with a site sale on the ragcompany.com. So if you head there right now, you'll see that we have some curated, amazing kits at a discount, which includes a free bottle of O&R V6, which is very, very cool. So basically you purchase the kit, which again, at an extremely affordable price. You're getting a lot of the bang for the buck here. You're going to get an additional 32-ounce bottle of O&R V6. And so for a lot of people out there who haven't tried V6 yet, that may have seen it at TRCMA when it first launched, now is your chance to actually try it. And so some of the kits here, some just recommendations right off the bat. So the exterior wash bundle is amazing. It's going to have a handful of just absolute banger products in there. Obviously, too, the decontamination bundle. You're going to be able to get the new touchless in there, as well as some power clean, some brushes, a sponge, a 1500. I mean, shoot, even the coating bundle, the interior, I mean, everything is just absolutely money within all of these bundles at a really, really good price. And then getting that 32-ounce bottle of V6 in there, I mean, you're set. You're going to be able to pretty much do everything using the Swiss Army knife O&R along with the other bundles here. So we're super excited about the sale. Head to theragcompany.com right now to pick that up because once the week ends, the sale ends. Now, top of that, we've been shooting a lot of content this week. So Jason has been doing a ton of just Amazon content, doing short form, live form. So if you followed us on TikTok, we've had several different TikToks that have gone live over the last few days, as well as just shooting a lot of product videos as well. And so, Jason, how did all of these shoots go?
Oh, it's been fantastic. It's nice to get feedback from the customers on what questions they have, because a lot of us are in this industry. We know what we're talking about, but that doesn't always transfer right to the customer. So it's great to have like the Q&A and be able to re-explain things in different ways sometimes to make sure everybody understands.
Nice, dude. And
Perfect.
Jason's doing a killer job, man.
He really is.
He has been, honestly, probably one of our favorite people we've had here. He is he is so much fun, man. He's a funny guy.
He's the kind of rep you want to have around.
He is, and he's extremely knowledgeable as well. So it's just been such an awesome week, and we look forward to having him back whenever he can. I mean, he's just a riot. So needless to say, we have a lot to cover in today's video, right? So not only do we have the O&R wash and talk going on with the other products, we'll be able to answer those questions, but I also wanted to actually just showcase the new citrus twist towels, right? So these right here, people had questions about them. We didn't really have a display last time. So these are going to be a new affordable short twist loop towel, very similar to the FTW here, coming in at a 70-30 blend and a very cool citrus colorway. So this was one of those like ideas where we had kind of like brainstormed some like fun, towel ideas, and we had threw this out there kind of jokingly, and Jeff, Dane's father, really loved the idea. He loved it so much that he goes, we have to do it.
It starts as a joke, but it doesn't end that way.
And I go, so we're going to have like a citrus-themed twist pack, right? Well, we call it the Citwist, however you would say that.
There were a lot of experiments with naming, but it ended up being more or less a citrus twist
and
towel.
So we thought this would be a really cool summer towel, right? Citrus best paired with water, right? So don't drink it, don't eat it, don't taste it. They don't smell like anything. And No, they don't taste like the flavor, but I mean, it tastes like the color, I should say. But they do look really, really cool. So we have the grapefruit color here, which is going to have obviously your cool citrus print going along the outside here, which looks really nice. The grapefruit, awesome. Lime green for the lime. I really like that one. And then we have, I'm calling it a Meyer lemon, right? So we have the yellow here.
Yeah.
And all three of these do have that citrus border going on the outside. And these are awesome, right? So everything that you would typically love something like the FTW for, these are going to work just the exact same way. So exterior, interior, glass cleaning, adding a spray sealant, a quick detailer, you name it. This is just going to be a very universal towel with really just a very colorful and fun theme. Yeah. And the price is amazing on these as well.
Excellent deal. Anybody who tries them, I want to hear your guys' feedback, really do. So if you have tried them and you're in the comments right now, tell us, and give us a like while you're at it. I always love when people slam that thumbs up.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite one? What do you like the most?
You know, color? I'm partial. I like this kind of salmon-y color that we have.
Grapefruit.
It's grapefruit, but I call it like a salmon color. It's very grapefruit meets salmon. Don't try that flavor combination.
Stop bringing salmon into the mix. Why do you have to bring salmon? Why can't you just say it's great? Can't you just agree with me?
It's stuck in your head now, isn't it?
No, it's just grapefruit, Dane. Just grapefruit.
And on that note, let's get some comments and questions up on the screen. Beautiful. Dan Pfeiffer. It wouldn't be a show without him. We know him. We love him. Dan is saying, good afternoon and word up from a sunny but cool Minnesota, USA. Happy Friday Eve, TRC gang. Looking forward to the Optimum Q&A today. Love OPT products, especially ONR. And if you haven't noticed, Jason's already gotten right off the bat to work here on the truck. He's going up, down, all around. He is giving it a proper wash, and he's using a sponge to do it. I know some people get a little scared of sponges, but Jason knows what he's doing.
This is the Big Red Sponge, the newest version, the latest version of the BRS, and it's awesome. Very ergonomic, feels great in the hand, works fantastic. Look at all those cuts on there. Very, very cool. And then V6, again, if you haven't tried V6, V6 is going to be probably the slickest, best feeling O&R yet.
Absolutely.
All right, next question here, Dane.
We got Hans. What's he saying?
Hello. Welcome to the TRC Q&A, folks. Shame I have to wait another 25 minutes. Well, Hans got here early.
Yeah, you got here really early. So here's your follow-up comment.
And he says, I love the Opti No Rinse to take care of my personal car. It's spot on and great for a coated car. Hans, I think that, you know, along with your dragon tattoo that you have, I think a bottle of O&R on the other leg, you know, as a tattoo would be sufficient.
Yeah, and to be clear, Hans is based in the Netherlands, which is also where you'll find our EU branch distributors, and they specialize in Optimum products, among other things. So if you are not located here in the U.S. with us, but you're over there, you can definitely pick up our products over there.
Totally.
So just a heads up for all you who are our international audience.
Tamara saying hello, Tamara. Good to see you.
Hey, Tamara.
Welcome to the chat. And then Alex Dewar says, catching this one later. Hope everyone is doing well. Alex, what could you possibly be doing that's more important than Q&A Thursday? Don't say work.
Oh, no. We'll find out.
Ron Ayotte saying, good afternoon, Ron. Good to see you. Welcome. Glad to have you in the chat.
Ron.
Then Mac Bergson, here we go, says, hey, everyone. Hope you had a great week. Hoping for a rain-free weekend so I can get my car washed. Mac, we hope you find it. We hope you find that spot of good weather.
Chances are, if you're one of those people who don't watch this channel, then you consider the rain being your car wash. You know, there are people out there who are like, oh, free car wash. Thanks, nature.
Doesn't work like that. It just makes more dirt.
Well,
just spreads it.
Tomato.
Here we go. One who shall remain nameless.
What are we calling him today?
Jason.
Oh.
We have a viewer here who we give him a name every single week, every single show. Give us a name.
We just got to make up a name for this guy.
Make up a name.
He should be George or Geo for short, maybe.
Geo? I like Geo.
I like Geo. Geo's pretty sick.
It's like I'm watching JoJo's.
Geo's saying, Happy Friday, Junior, from the kind of sunny, warm, moist. Okay, so there's a lot going on here.
A lot of descriptors here.
Warm and moist. South Coast of Massachusetts. I am going to catch the replay later, but wanted to say hi to you beautiful humans. Have a great week, y'all. Thank you very much, Geo. Have a good one, man.
Absolutely. Thanks, Gio. And on to AT4 Alpha Tango. Happy to have you here, buddy. I need to find and download that waiting music to my phone for driving vibes. Yes, Nick and Glenn pick some awesome hold music for when we're doing our countdown and stuff. if you guys enjoy that, feel free to reach out, and maybe they can give you a heads up as to what tracks those are.
Yeah.
Right. Then I got Ronnie Yacht responding to Geo.
Here we go. Geo's, to, let's see, Meless. What the heck? Nameless. I'm in Maine, where the weather doesn't know if it wants to be sunny or a thunderstorm.
That sounds fun. DIY with Kane. Hey, TRC, Minnesota checking in. Nice. Glad to have you here with us, Kane.
I think we're collecting all the states today, right?
Yes, we are working on it. But yes, guys, if you have Optimum questions in particular, please get them out there. We are happy to have Jason here to help answer them. But as you know, it's Q&A, so you can ask anything you want product-wise or technique.
Kevin says, last night I found a dead rat in my engine bay. Oh no. I've been smelling something off for a few days and finally found him. Today after work starts the cleanup. My first engine bay detail, the smell. Kevin, it does happen, and it'll probably clean up pretty well. I wouldn't worry too much about it. It will eventually burn off, of course, but what I would recommend is possibly changing your cabin air filter if you feel like a lot of that's going into the car itself. So cabin air filter would be one thing to take a look at, but also just do some damage control. Make sure that the rat didn't chew through anything. Make sure there's no exposed wires, because what you wouldn't want to do is if the rat did chew through a wiring harness or a couple wires, spraying that with water is just going to result in more problems. So just make sure to verify that first.
Ask Matt Mormon what he thinks of rats chewing through wires.
Not fun, right? David Cervantes says, what's up, guys? David, how's it going?
Hey, David. Hopefully things are looking good. Your truck is repaired, and you're having a good week. Hans closing.
Nice. Just out of bed looking. What the heck? Are you kidding me?
Caught you with your hair looking.
I know that I'm due for probably a trim, right? You know, clean up the sides on the hair a little bit and whatnot. But I think I think I look okay.
It's just a little bit of bedhead. Nothing crazy.
It's not bedhead, Dane. I did my hair.
Well,
I did my hair. I'm using a different product.
Did you do your hair? Or did your hair do you?
No,
all right, Ronnie Yacht, David. Long time no see on the Q&A. Yes. Carlos, Collie, what's he saying?
What's your go-to product for interior plastics? Ones that pack a punch for really dirty interiors and for interiors that are well maintained. So actually, we'll highlight some Optimum products, right?
Yeah.
So for really dirty interiors, right, something that's really dusty, dirty. Remember, O&R is going to be a great friend for virtually everything, from steaming to putting into a extractor, honestly, just spraying door panels down. Again, you're going to have some emulsification that's going to happen. You're going to have some encapsulation that's going to happen with O&R. So being able to spray your interior down with that without any worry whatsoever is awesome.
It's safe to be in the air compared to virtually any other product. You're going to be way safer using something like that if it gets atomized versus
and then
any other product.
Optimum's interior cleaner, that's great as well. You can also take Power Clean and heavily dilute it to be a great interior cleaner. I've used Power Clean at a very, a very high dilution for many years with never having any ill results. And then for protectant, you actually use their Protectant Plus, which is going to have UV inhibitors in there. It's going to create a nice, good feel. It's a nice satin finish as well, non-greasy. So that would be a pretty good pairing, a pretty good combo. But I mean, between the Optimum line, you could knock anything out. And then also, I would like to highlight the Fabric Carpet Clean and Protect, which is magic in a bottle. That will simply make dirt disappear off of any textile surface.
Amazing stuff.
It's incredible stuff.
Also, we mentioned it at the top of the show, but we have a kit available that's geared towards interiors.
Yeah.
If somebody wants to pick that deal up right now, it's available on our website, and it is, in fact, a bundle. It's got everything you need. You don't need to think too hard about it. If you're looking for that solution, it's right there waiting for you, and it's on special right now.
Yep, agreed.
All right. Robert Clark
says, I was just wondering how his hair grew so fast in just a week. Is he talking about me or Jason's?
Jason's it's the length it is. It's very flowy.
Jason's is flowy. It's nice. So I'd like to get a fan, do some slow motion shots.
Yeah.
What do you think? I like that.
It just a nice
no
twirl.
Product here. This is all natural.
That is natural. Okay. I like that, man.
Italian Stallion at it again. All right, Hans closing.
Han says, I want 10 packs, please. Patrick, expect an email. There goes my savings. I'm assuming 10 3-packs. So I guess 10 3-packs of the citrus twist.
Yeah, probably.
I could see Hans pairing these with a nice glass of water. Tell me more about the border of these citrus towels.
Sure.
It is literally, it's like fruit slices, right? So it's a bunch of fruit slices going around the outside edge here, and they look really, really cool. So it's a white fruit slice going around.
It's a crisp-looking design.
All 3 edges. It's crisp. It's refreshing. It's fun. It's whimsical.
I would like a drink themed after each one of these.
Again, this was one of those like funny ideas that we're like, we joked around about it, and then it actually became a reality, and we were like, well, let's see.
Guess we have to do it now.
We let's hope people like them, right? So we'll see.
Gabe, what are you doing in here?
Oh, Gabe Garcia.
Although he is saying Happy Friday Eve.
Yes,
so
he is.
Not all bad. Ryan Rigdon, go ahead.
Ryan says, hey guys, love today's theme. Optimum is my favorite, and it's TRC's fault. Ryan, apologize about that. I'm so sorry.
Longer than any other brand here at the Rag Company, Optimum has been the go-to product line. It's just where we started, where we built off
11 years, I believe. We've had a relationship with Optimum for 11 years now, and they were the first chemicals we ever brought on to the Rag Company.
Starting with O&R itself.
With O&R itself, and I mean, that was kind of where history started writing itself, which is really cool.
And the reason we brought it on was originally we didn't want to carry chemical products. We thought, that's really different from how we handle towels and stuff, the shipping stuff. It's all different. But one of our employees, she just really loved using O&R. She knew about it from the car world and stuff and just loved it so much, really made a strong case for it. So we tried carrying it, and we got in touch, and next thing you know, we were carrying it. Because people always ask, like, what started that? But it was. An employee loved O&R so much that we started to carry it.
Yep. And Levi was kind of heavily invested into the Optimum line as well at that time. And so really it just kind of made perfect sense, right? So it was really cool.
Then we've got Carl F. saying, looks tangerine to me.
Okay,
I promise you, not orange, not even tangerine orange. It is very firmly in that pinkish,
grapefruit,
reddish kind of.
Why can't you just say grapefruit?
Salmon.
Why
grapefruit.
are you so deterred from saying grapefruit, Dane?
I actually love grapefruit. Stiegel, grapefruit radler, delicious drink. Anyway, Hanzo. Anthony, I know how you feel about using your windshield wipers to clean your glass, but how about the gas station squeegee?
I'm actually,
Do you clean it with a paper towel when you do it?
Jason looks around. So the gas station squeegee, it really is going to depend on the situation, right? If I look at that liquid and I go, hey, it actually looks pretty decent, right? If I'm in a pinch, probably I could use it. I probably would get over it. Again, because what you're getting there, you are getting a cleaner on the surface that is going to break down, provide some lubrication. Really what you need to be afraid of is if there's rocks built up inside the actual sponge part and all of that, you don't want to be dragging anything, and you want to make sure you do it a good clean. But again, this is why most of us, you should, if you don't have one already, have some type of quick detailer, towels in the car, things like that, because it'll probably do a better job than any gas station would do.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll throw a little recommendation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Our O&R, our Swiss Army, if you put that in a spray bottle, doesn't have to be a giant one like this. Put that behind your back seat, so when you spill something in your car, coffee, you've got the bugs on the glass and all that, this will take care of that, and it won't be streaky. So even if you forget to wipe some of it off, you're not going to get back in your car, drive down in the sun, and be like, oh, now I can't see at all. So I have a little bottle of this right in the back seat to touch up basically as I go, fingerprints and glass. So try that. It works really well.
You know what? And actually, now that I think about it, would probably make a lot of sense too. So if you were at a gas station and you were like, ooh, I'm gonna have to use that squeegee, right? There's a lot of bugs there. I would probably actually pre-spray your windshield first with O&R, so you have a better chemical on the surface beginning to encapsulate a lot of that dirt, and use that as the lubricant over the cleaner that you have inside that, right? So I'd probably just grab that squeegee, shake it out a few times, pre-spray your entire windshield, then agitate that, and then squeegee that. I think you have a significantly better result. Significantly better.
All right. Then Ron Yacht here. Dane wants to call it salmon. What would the green and yellow towels be then? Mahi-mahi and yellowfin tuna?
Yeah, I don't know. Could we get a poll going on what color they think this is? Can we put salmon, grapefruit,
how it looks on camera is different than how it looks in person, too.
What are our options? Salmon, grapefruit, and what's another one?
I think it looks kind of like when you get the kind of pinkish ginger.
Ginger.
in a restaurant.
Let's do that.
It looks like ginger.
Ginger,
as well.
ginger salmon, pink ginger salmon, or grapefruit. What color do you think this is? Drop it down in the vote below. It is grapefruit.
Whereas the yellow,
that
that might be the most vibrant yellow I've ever seen on any of our towels. That yellow pops so hard.
Meyer lemon
Look at
yellow.
it on camera. It looks
I'm telling
crazy
you.
on camera.
Meyer lemon yellow. Yeah, I can't say
looks
it 10
nuts.
times fast. So a very cool. Again, the border really makes a big difference on this,
Yeah.
and the feel of the towel is great. And so a lot of people are really going to like this.
Yeah.
As I mean, really, it's going to provide you a lot of the same results of an FTW, but just coming in at a very affordable price.
And then for the lime green, I would say if you're familiar with the Creature Edgeless lime green, you're going to be in that ballpark. It's going to be similar to that. So that's a color you know well. All right, moving along, we've got Sheep Star checking in. How's it going, Sheep? How are things on the channel?
What's going on, man?
Working on some new videos or something? Let us know. Then we got Tamra. I have tried the citrus loop towels. I love them. The grapefruit and lime towels are my favorite. I use them to clean my dash cluster and dash. Very nice with interior cleaner.
Nice, Tamara. That's some immediate feedback right there.
That's what we want to hear.
You buy the citrus twist, you buy an Optimum bundle, and you send it, right?
Heck yeah. There you go. Oh, now I see a mention of peach from Neil White there.
Peach.
He's talking peach. I think it's got more of a reddish pink going on than peach usually. Peach falls more like yellow orangey. This is more of a reddish pinkish
Grapefruit color.
It's different. Salmon grapefruit.
Stop saying salmon, please.
I'm not
for
good.
the love of God. Occasional detailer says, I know you said GSM is pretty much the same as the FTW, but they look quite a bit thinner. I've always wanted a lower GPM for interiors and polish removal since they never leave streaks. Honestly, guys, these are still going to be coming in about 500. I mean, it's marginally thinner. I would probably estimate like 20 GSM. Some people may notice, others may not. What I would say the biggest takeaway here is that your other side of the twist loop here is going to be a little flatter, right? So instead of having the continuous loops like you would have matching the other side, you are going to have a slightly shorter nap on the other. It's not going to be super noticeable, but it is going to add some more scrubbing power. So kind of how I'd mention this is like, if you love the Creature for its versatility of being able to use the terry backing as well as the elongated terry weave on the other side, then you would really like the citrus twist because it's kind of a similar but not 100%. I don't know if I'd claim dual pile 100%, but I would say it's the closest thing as a dual pile for our twist loops.
Oh man, Gabe kicked the hornet's nest when he did this.
What did he do?
Poll.
Well, he just texted me.
He tried to trigger me here.
He said
is the FJ40 Jason is detailing categorized as the following? Number 1, Dane is wrong. It's not a truck. 37%. Clearly, people's definition of a truck is different than mine.
Did you call it a truck?
I called it a truck because you know what? It's basically agricultural. It is a body-on-frame SUV from back in the day. To me, SUVs and trucks, if they're body-on-frame, can be an interchangeable term. Truck does not just mean pickup. Trucks can come in all forms. You can have trucks that have a body that has seats for extra people. You can have a box truck. You can have a pickup truck. If what you're imagining as truck is a pickup truck, that's just one kind of truck, brother.
I know,
there's lots of options.
Listen to me. You call my wife's 4Runner a truck sometimes, and that bothers me.
It's a body-on-frame SUV.
Dane,
it's a truck.
It's just a family car. It's just an
It's a
SUV.
truck. It is not a car.
It's a family SUV.
To call it a car is a misnomer because, to me, you can call a crossover a car in a pinch.
Yeah, okay.
But that's different because a crossover is a car-based SUV essentially, but it's not a full-on body-on-frame deal. It's a whole different animal.
I just look at the 4Runner as just kind of just a mom car. SUV.
Except it's not, though. It's tougher than that. It's built in a way that other SUVs aren't because, frankly, it's overbuilt in many ways. Granted, don't get me wrong. I'm not a 4Runner fanboy. I think they got their problems, but that's besides the point. Anyway, I get lost on that tangent. I will go crazy. So, we're moving on.
He'll start punching people. So,
I will start reaching through the screen.
Slick Auto Styling says,
Slick Auto Styling.
Why did I just get an unskippable ad during a live? I actually don't know. I don't know the answer to that. We can.
That is actually weird because we always set. Okay, so just a little inside baseball. On YouTube, you get like 3 options when you're setting up lives. If you're a monetized channel, then you had to choose, okay, what level of ads you want. I always pick the most conservative option, the option that's going to give you the least ads. If you don't have premium, there's always a chance you might see an ad. I can't control that. That's all YouTube. But just know, I'm always picking the least intrusive option because I care about you guys. I don't want you to get hit with that stuff more than you have to. All right. Michael DeBlau. Just FYI, I'm the one who builds these things on the back end, so
we got a high
blame me
peeps
if you don't like it.
from warm little Belgium. Okay.
Yes.
I got another message from Gabriel here, and he is saying the poll is going strong right now. Ooh, there we go. Grapefruit and, gosh, dang it, salmon and grapefruit are tied.
Yeah!
That is some BS right there.
I'm telling you, you see this in person?
Salmon.
Ginger,
Salmon, Jason.
or grapefruit. Jason, my man. All right.
I said grapefruit, right?
He said
salmon.
You
I was so excited.
I literally specifically heard you say salmon. Yeah.
He said Sam fruit. Okay, so Slick Auto Styling. What kind of Yoder is that? That looks sweet AF. It is a Toyota FJ40 Land Cruiser.
SUV.
It's a Land Cruiser.
SUV. Moving on.
It was essentially a Jeep ripoff when it was invented, but it was a really good one. So they kept doing it. All right, next up, we've got Neil White. Hello, TRC. You all look color coordinated today. Nicely done.
Thank you.
It worked out pretty great.
We've got these awesome Opti-Coat shirts, so we're repping the Opti-Coat today. We like that.
Feeling rad, looking good.
And then Mac Bergson says, Jacksonville, Florida checking in. We have Florida, what do we have? Maine, Michigan. I mean, we got a bunch of different places. So says, where we've had 2.5 weeks of at least one rainstorm every day. Shoot. Hard to keep a car clean, right, when it's raining every day.
Yeah.
That's why coating may help, right?
Yeah,
check out the new Hyper Shine coating, right?
Yeah.
From Optimum, Opti-Coat,
Yeah.
Next up, we've got
Auto Radiance Detail.
Auto Radiance says, hey everyone, it's a nice chill 100-degree day. Beautiful weather in Arizona, 100-degree day. I don't know if I would quite call that chill. I don't know if I'd call that beautiful, but it's very hot.
Well, it's a joke because it's Arizona, so you know it can go like another 20 degrees plus beyond that.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true,
that's
Dane.
normal for them, which just makes me feel some type of way. Yeah, so we got Carson Black here.
What would you do if you came home and found a penguin in your freezer? Carson,
I would give him a name and laser print it onto a collar I make him.
what? That's where your mind goes?
Yeah, free pet.
Dane, I will tell you right now that if there was a penguin in my freezer, that means that penguin's dead.
Oh, no, I want it alive.
No, I don't have enough room in my freezer, so that means it's in there in pieces. And so, Carson, why would you bring that up? You are sick.
You got your garage freezer. It's tall. It can fit.
It's not. It's a George system.
Oh, that poor thing. Okay, never mind. That's horrible.
Pieces, Dane.
Oh, no. That backfired.
DIY with Dane says, dumb question. What is the difference between Optimum and Opti products or company? Jason.
I can help you with that. So the umbrella company is Optimum Polymer Technologies. Everything's made underneath there. Now, if you've got a coated car, which this one's not, but we're going to do that, that's when you move into the Opti-Coat line. It's kind of helped you maintain. It's for those guys who want that next level and really pride themselves on having the right chemicals for the right job.
Yeah,
Perfect.
totally.
No, that's a great question, though.
Jason,
don't feel bad at all.
Have you practiced that a few
No.
times?
No.
They just came off the cuff, right?
People ask all the time.
People ask all the time, and I can understand the confusion.
Yeah.
But if you look at it in a picture in a big umbrella, this is just the best of the best products that we've got. That's how we packaged them and tweaked them just a little bit to make them super user-friendly for cars that will be ultimately coated or sealed.
Nice. Sweet. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
All
Then we
right.
got David Cervantes here saying, things are going great, guys. Working out a few weird noises after the accident, but hoping to have it 100% by August for a vacation road trip.
Okay, right
Good
on,
luck,
David.
man. I hope it works out. And Ron Ayat asking, what polisher is Jason using? Carson replied to him, but it's the RBL 3-inch. And Jason, just you have no Tide RBL or anything. What's your take on it so far using it?
It's real quiet, which is nice, and smooth. And so perfect for something like this, because if I pair this up with the polish, the 3-inch is actually doing the whole paint job, but I'm not scared of like the black plastics or the rubber, because the polish won't stain it. So this is great, so I'm not picking up 400 tools. And I'm taking it easy. This is an old vehicle that doesn't need a bunch of heavy paint correction, all that. So I'm really just making her look really pretty. So something like this, efficient, easy to use, and I don't have to keep switching tools all day. So I like it.
That's cool.
And for what it's worth, the reason why we're using this machine and not like a larger machine would be just due to sound, right? Because we have to keep the noise down during the Q&A, and that's why we're doing that.
Can you
It's
guys
the
even hear
least
that?
intrusive.
It just barely.
Yeah, you're running it even with your mic on. It's not that bad.
You can barely hear it. Yeah. So a cool machine for stuff like this.
And to be fair, they are not cheap. So from what I've heard, it's a pretty penny. But once again, we got like no tie-in. All right, it's just one we like using here in the studio. All right. So okay, these ads are getting out of hand. Man, I got no control over that one, brother. I'm sorry. DIY with Kane, that's a great question. Jason has the answer. Okay, so we went over that. Steve the Foamer. This one I can answer. Was the FJ color the same as Optimum pre-planned?
No, we just worked out like that.
So Anthony says that, but I'm the one who planned the car to be here.
Did you paint that car to be here, Dane?
So basically, I was running over in my mind what vehicles we could bring in to do for an Optimum, program, because I knew it was going to be Optimum Brand Week. And then it just popped in my head, a big selling point. Levi always used to talk about this. A big selling point of rinseless is really useful with old cars. Like cars that have bad seals or no seals at all. You don't want to oversaturate surfaces. Rinseless makes a lot of sense. Optimum is like the king of rinseless, so it kind of stands to reason. How about getting an old car? Oh my gosh, it happens to also be a really rad blue color. Yep. It all just worked out, and it's Gabe's dad's, so it was fairly easy to get a hold of. And there's a car show happening this weekend right next door, so it needs to be here anyway.
Totally.
So it all works out.
And this, by chance, was one of my dream cars, too.
Oh, really?
Growing up, this was one of my favorite. I wasn't much of a Jeep guy, so this is what the Jeep guys go when they want a Jeep.
Yeah.
No way. Okay, very cool.
No, that's awesome. Okay. Matthew. Dane, why are you the way you are? It's clearly grapefruit. An Anthony fan, I see. It's okay. I get it. I don't know why.
Where are we at on the poll? What do we know? Salmon, between salmon and grapefruit, where are we at?
Scrolling up on my phone. Oh. No, that's a different poll. What?
Dane, where's the poll?
Well, the only one I see is the FJ Cruiser being a truck one, and that's a different one. So I can't report that for you. Sorry, moving on.
Dang it.
All right. Sheldon Klassen. What's up, my people?
Sheldon,
hello,
how's it
Sheldon.
going?
Happy to have you here. Now, this next comment is operating from, let's just say, a place of bias based on the way it's being asked, but let's roll with it here for a moment. What is your take, Anthony?
Is the new O&R now on par with DIY rinseless? I can't say. I've used their previous version. I haven't used their new one. So honestly, I can't give you a comparable. But O&R is pretty much the creme de la creme, and it's been king for a long time. So if you come at the king, right? What do they say? Something
you best not miss.
Best not miss. Something like that, right? So anyways, right, moving on.
Then I've got Briley Streeter. What's he saying? Every detailer has rinseless in a spray bottle and fresh microfiber towels for this reason.
Always.
Yeah, it's a good call to have in your car at all times.
What is the ideal jeweling polish and pad for soft Japanese car paint? There's a lot of different options out there. Personally, I'll just say what I've always loved, and this is just coincidence, but Optimum Hyper Polish, again, one of my favorite polishes of all time. Great for jeweling, great for final finishing on any type of soft paint. Pads really can kind of be picking, you can pick and choose your different pads. Personally, I really like the Rupes pads. I like the white foam from Rupes. That's my personal probably go-to for that kind of stuff. But Lake Country has their black pads. They've got orange pads that work quite well. There's waffle pads out there. There's all sorts of different finishing stuff. But really, you got to kind of play with things and figure out what you enjoy using most.
Yeah, that is about right. And then I got Hans closing here. Pro tip. IKTR1 Mini with O&R and a Jersey bug scrubber and a glove box towel. The GOAT.
Ooh, Hans has got a little combo there.
Yeah, I like that.
Sam Taylor says, first pot in a long time, but happy Friday Eve. Got to use my blue slim dryer this week and was so thrilled with the result that I had to buy another. I'm all for more TRC large logo products.
Heck yeah.
Thank you, Sam. I
Some
appreciate
love
that.
For the big old
more than
logo.
you know. It's an amazing product. But yeah, those towels are killer, man. The slim dryers, the more and more I use them, the more,
you let them do the talking.
The more and more I continue to reach for them pretty constantly.
Yeah.
I think it's just because I like the flop and I love how they are able to contour to edges. It just makes things so quick.
Yeah. It's not overdone. It's just right.
Gabe,
Hans Closen saying salmon
update.
pink. Of course.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I don't know.
Sheldon Klassen here. Just seems like something is missing without the one and only Master of Shine Levi Gates on an Optimum Q&A.
I know, we missed him. Actually, Levi called me earlier today, and I missed the call, and I was like, dang it. So I got to give him a call back. Let him know how
I'm sure
everything
after
went.
this, you'll be able to reach out to him. So I'm sure he's got something to say.
Yep.
Neil White, peach color. Another comment on the peach color. We talked about that. I tell you in person, it is not peach, though. Just not quite peach.
Evening, lads. In quotations. Happy Friday Eve. 4 cars cleaned today with Optimum Wash and Wax, Drying Aid, Optimum Car Wax, and Instant Detailer for the final wipe. Then heavens opened up. Must be summer.
Woo.
Graham, that's what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
man.
Graham.
That sounds like a good day. 4 cars? Nice.
We miss you, man. We haven't been to Waxstock in a while, but it was always fun to see you guys there.
It really was.
And thank you last time for the awesome
all
gifts.
of the treats and all
the treats
of
were wonderful.
the Iron Brew. Amazing.
It was the Iron Brew. Yeah, so Gabe's showing me the poll. I see the poll has now popped up. It says, what color is the citrus towel that Dane and Anthony keep arguing about? Top result, salmon, 46%. Tied with grapefruit at 46%. Followed by peach at 4% and pink at 2%. So you and I, very evenly matched, dead heat.
I just hate that you brought salmon into the mix.
I wasn't even thinking before I said it. I just said it. And it's just the first thing that came to mind.
I don't think you need to be bringing fish into the mix with microfiber towels.
When I talk about like salmon in this context, I'm not talking like fish. My mid-century design whole love of all that stuff.
I think of a fish.
Design sensibility spills into my brain. I see salmon as a color that is used in stylish. Think of like a Palm Springs home.
Nope. I see a river.
50s era.
I see a
it's got that beautiful salmon color.
fish. Ideally,
that's just because you're thinking you're always hungry.
Well, no, if I was thinking about it, I'd be thinking about smoked salmon, right? That's when I'm hungry. Anyways,
it's like the time you told me that something was smoked and it wasn't, and then you said, I never said that. And I'm like, did I misremember that? And the whole thing was just disaster.
I'll have to tell that story another day.
So
key lime pie green, says Neil White. Yes.
Oh, yes. My screen might be off, Dane. Oh, well, that's okay. Dark Dragon.
Hello, just want to say hi to the TRC crew and everyone in the chat. Also, we get that follow-up with TRC EU commercial yet. Not yet. I think we forgot to put in the request, but we do need a part 2 to that. Did she steal the towels? Did she not steal them? Who is she?
You guys might be able to help crowdsource some ideas for this, but I was just talking to Glenn either earlier today or yesterday about an idea where maybe we could combine forces with TRC EU and do a video where we interact even though we're not physically in the same place and make it look like a direct interaction and do a tie-in that continues that story or something. Could be kind of fun.
I just didn't think there'd be so many people invested in the story of the stolen detailing.
Yeah,
supplies.
at first I thought they were just all talking about some Real Housewives type thing just in the background. What are you talking about? This lady stealing stuff and all this. I was like, what's going on? And then I realized they're talking about the ad. But
I just love that they're all Patrick's kids, right? And I love that he's just go out and make a video,
go forth and go social media,
go forth in social media, and then they make they're amazing. They're very talented. They're really fun. And again, don't watch the May the 4th video. That will haunt your dreams, especially if you're a Star Wars fan.
Oh man.
Next up here.
Oh boy.
We've got, is it the same platform as a pickup, for an example, a Suburban Tahoe, how they used to be practically the same as the Silverados?
That is true.
If it is,
if we're talking trucks, body on frame, where they have variants where it's essentially the same vehicle underneath, just with a different body and maybe a different length chassis slapped on top, you get some stuff like that. Say between, especially GMT 400 series, like the 90s era, Chevy Silverado, Tahoe, and Suburban, like you're saying, definitely a good example. GMC, exactly the same deal. Ford did a similar thing with the Expedition and the F-150, and even with the Excursion, that was a Super Duty that got turned into an SUV. All right, next up, we've got Carl F. Dane is right. Technicality, it's a truck. I know there's going to be people who disagree, though. I know the counter argument that's coming, and I'm waiting to see if somebody says it.
We need to stop doing this with Dane. We need to stop.
They're triggering my.
We need to start.
It's not diagnosed autism, but it's in there somewhere, I'm sure.
Oh, Dane, you're pretty close.
I'm pretty close. Appreciate the vote of confidence.
I mean that with love, as a brother. Hans Klosen says, years ago, I had a 125 creature towel. I had 125 creature towels in all colors. Those were some great towels. I switched to 365s now, and I'm scared I will now switch to 125, the new citrus ones. There goes all my money. So, Hans, I really do think that you'll like the citrus. I mean, these things are just citrus. I keep saying that. They're awesome, man. These are going to be such a workhorse towel. And again, due to just the structural integrity of a twist loop, these are really going to last a long time. But again, anything with a spray sealant, anything with SiO2 in it, make sure you're washing these. Make sure you're washing them quickly with rags to riches and avoiding any of these towels clogging up. But again, we love this style of towel, and we wanted to be able to produce some and make it more affordable for you guys. And I think that this color is awesome, but maybe, who knows, more colors to come.
Yeah. Carl F. here. Anthony, compromise. The 4Runner is a mom truck.
Okay, I can take that. I can compromise with that. It's a mom truck.
The way to look at it is when you have the lineup that Toyota has, the 4Runner sits in a different place than the Highlander does. Even though they technically kind of satisfy the same niche, 4Runner gets way worse gas mileage. It can't, haul the same amount of stuff. There's compromises made because it's a body-on-frame truck at the end of the day. But you get that roll-down rear window, and I don't care about anything else at that point. I love that. But as somebody who owned a Tacoma and has driven many 4Runners, they're just really boring to drive.
And I think it's because my wife has one that whenever I'm driving it, I just assume that any other 4Runner I'm running into is also like my wife. I'm just gonna. That's just where my brain goes, right? I don't know why it does that, but
purely anecdotally, from everything I've ever heard, women love 4Runners. They just do.
They just do.
It's a super broad brush. I know there's always exceptions, but I've heard way more say that they love them than
It's a super masculine and a really cool and aggressive looking rig. I mean, it really is. I mean, the front bumper is awesome on those. I mean, they look really.
But as somebody who's dating, literally ask people and they tell me, they're like, "Oh, you're into cars? My dream truck is a 4Runner." I've been told that many times.
Jimmy's girlfriend says she wants a 4Runner, right? That's like her dream vehicle is a 4Runner. And I go, that's just, it's funny to me, but because I also have a bunch of guy friends who have 4Runners as well, but these are so I think this is the difference. The guys, they take a 4Runner, heavily modify, just they're like, I'm going to make this the craziest, off-road weapon ever.
They rip the doors off and put the bars.
Somebody like my wife is like, well, I got a lot of room in the trunk for groceries, and I got to get this.
You want the look and the feel, but you don't necessarily plan on using that way. Now, that's not to say everybody's the same. Some people throw a rooftop tent on there and take it out even if it's stock and still do hardcore things with it.
Yeah. Someday I always say that when my wife, when she, because I don't know if we'll ever get rid of the 4Runner, but when she eventually, I don't know, someday when she gets a new vehicle, I would probably keep the 4Runner, and then that's when I will have my way with it. And that's when PDR, paint chip repair, all the fun stuff that I need to do
and it'll be well used by that point. You won't feel bad, right? When you can really just mess with it, not worry about.
But even if you look at buying a 4Runner, even a modern day 4Runner nowadays, I mean, even something that's a 2016, 2017, whatever it is, you're still spending $30,000.
Yeah.
What scenarios are you seeing a decent newer 4Runner like the previous gen
hard to find.
Be for around 30 or less? It's just not really common.
For under 30, you have to look back at second or third gens. You're not going to find anything in the fourth gens for that price without something being really wrong with it.
You have to be 160,000 miles, but even still 100, almost 200,000 miles. There's probably still in the 20s.
Oh, people are still asking way into the 20s for vehicles bordering at 200,000 miles. I've seen it on those fourth gens. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
Anyway,
sorry,
Ryan Rigdon, with the actual counter argument that I was waiting for. This is exactly what I was thinking of. Ryan Rigdon is correct. Dane, as you know, all cars used to be body on frame. Would you call a Crown Vic a truck? No, I would not. And as they mentioned earlier, that's a good point. I realize this is all super. This is a detailing podcast. I'm not going to lose my mind here, but I separate things into pre-war and post-war. Pre-war cars, often body on frame.
Now we're getting into post-war cars. We don't need to be doing this.
Like when you look at the Model T versus Model A and other vehicles, yes, there were differences.
Moving on. Next question.
You have so much tattoos with a different body on top. I get it. It's a whole thing.
Next Optimum question.
Let's just say it's like the Supreme Court. I know it when I see it. All right, moving along. we have Sheldon Klassen with a thanks, Dane.
Okay.
Thank you, Sheldon.
Thanks, Sheldon. And then Johnny Jones says, what's up, guys? Johnny here, clean and shiny media guy. Johnny, what's going on, man? What's popping?
Love it.
Give John our love. Hopefully the weather's been good over there in the UK.
I hope so.
Please, for me, grab yourself a plate of fish and chips to enjoy tonight, and then maybe make your way over to the what's the restaurant we go to?
The Smith and Western.
The Smith and Western.
Time.
Please go there.
Whatever you're imagining, I promise you, it's even better.
There's nothing I love more than going to a Western-themed cowboy restaurant where the waitresses still have UK accents but are dressed like cowboys. It just throws me off.
Or sometimes it's like a Russian accent or something. You're just like, whoa, it throws you because you're thinking cowboy, and then you hear a guy speak, howdy, partner. But it's like a Western accent, like Southern Western accent, as filtered through Eastern Europe. Like, it's a whole weird thing. It's fun, though.
I love it. It's great, man.
Anyway, that's way off base. I want to go over to Jason here, who's doing a ton of polishing work on this FJ. Jason, what can you tell us about your process up to this point? What have you been doing?
So we did an easy wash with O&R, and then I'm coming back with the hyper polish, which doesn't stain or dust, so it's keeping it really clean. Here's a tip, though, too, that I just thought of when you guys had one of the questions, like which pads to use.
Oh, yeah.
I'm taking a medium cut, maybe closer to a heavy cut pad like that, a medium pad, and I've got a finishing pad down here too. So instead of switching equipment and all that, I'm just swapping a pad over. So when I see some scratches in here that are a little deeper than the rest of them, I'm just swapping the pad, still using the polish to give myself just a little bit more cut, and leaving it on there, and then just coming back with my finishing pad right over it. And that's basically I'm doing a spot scratch removal.
Sweet.
So that's what I'm working on right now.
Okie doke.
Juice Free says, let's go. Why didn't you tell me how fire paint gloss is as a drying aid? And O&R V6, right? I know, paint gloss is pretty great. Moving on here, we've got
Hans Closen.
Hans Closen says, how much for your shirt?
Oh, my God. Oh, man. It doesn't matter when or where. Hans is just going to show up on the other side of that door.
Hans, you want the shirt off my back?
No, he literally wants the one that you're wearing, not one like it. He wants that one.
Do you want to wash it first or no?
Probably pay more if you don't.
Peter.
Yeah, nice and good by the end of the day.
I was going to say, anybody's got a cool shirt here. It's actually Jason. Right. Jason's got the coolest shirt.
Show's going to end and everybody's going to have clothes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Peter Karana
Wait a minute.
Do you guys ever want to use your very fluffy plush polishing towels as a contact wash towel? We do from time to time. We have. They do work. It just what happens is when you take something like an Eagle Edgeless and you get it soapy and wet, you find you it's almost too soft, right? So like you'll remove light dirt and dust and whatnot, but for anything that's kind of ingrained on there, whether it's bird droppings, bug guts, stuff like that, it's just not gonna be able to. It's too soft. It's not gonna be able to cut through it. So there is a happy medium there on a show car or something that was maybe absolutely polished to perfection and needed to be perfect. Then yeah, I'd probably do something like a method like that. But not always.
All right. And then I got Graham here asking, would the Toyota be a 4x4? I mean, that's a variant of the same argument. Subaru, with their cars, actually had a low-range and a high-range transfer case. In their earlier cars, they could be 4x4s as well before they did the whole symmetrical all-wheel drive thing. Yeah. But that's another digression, I will say, for another day. Okay, Neil White adds, Grand Marshal, some of them are 4x4s. Tyler Crouch. There we go.
I am just tuning in. I am not very familiar with Opti-Coat products. Can you discuss what to use after a vehicle is cleaned with O&R? Ooh, Jason.
I can definitely do that. So the car is clean with O&R, and I want to put some kind of protectant down. My go-to is the Hyper Seal. It's got a high concentration of SiO2s in it, so super glossy and slick, and super user-friendly, so there's no mistakes with it. Simply mist it on, which we'll be doing to this after we ceramic coat it, because that would be our maintenance items to kind of keep our ceramic coated fresh and clog free.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Hyper Seal's awesome, man. One of the best. A goated product.
We've got Juice Free saying, can you tell Jason I would love an Opti sticker when I order V6 through TRC?
I don't think we got any Opti stickers.
I don't think we have any Opti stickers to get, man.
Name. We'll see what we can make happen.
Okay. Well, Juice, that would mean you need to give up your name if you order. So
that's true, Juice.
That's tough.
Your identity
Juice,
will be revealed.
Do you want that? I don't know if you want that.
Next
but
up.
if you request it, Jason might be able to make it happen. We could see. Rectfodl. I never quite know how to say your name, but hopefully I'm close.
Rec Panhandle says, "What's up, guys? Shout out to the OGs, Next Day Nate, Morgan McFlurry, and the Master of Shine."
Oh, man.
Those are some other OGs here.
Yes.
Morgan has moved to northern Idaho, where she resides in a I don't even know, a hut.
She's like in a gold mining town now.
She's
or
in a
something.
gold mining town. She lives in a very small house. I think it's like a single bedroom in the middle of nowhere. Nasty Nate, is laying down the law because tomorrow he's going to be showcasing several of his vehicles here at the Rag Company. We actually have a car show happening at the Toy Box over here.
Is that tomorrow or is that Saturday?
Oh, sorry, Saturday. I mean, so he's getting all the cars prepared, and he's got his S10, his
that S10 is
the
sick.
craziest S10 build that you'll probably ever see. And then, of course, Levi Gates is holding things up over at Auto Wash in Colorado.
Yes.
And so, again, he called me earlier, so I need to give him a call back.
Yes. And those guys do live streams over there as well on Fridays. So keep an eye out for that on the Auto Wash channel.
Yep. Him and Dylan.
All right. Then I've got Hans with the 47% for salmon and grapefruit.
Ridiculous.
The battle continues. Fine detailing. Hey, Dane and Anthony. Hope you're both doing well. Shout out to my homies in the chat, too.
Ryan, what's poppin', dude?
Yes,
Hope life's good.
sir.
How's everything down in Arizona? Hopefully well. Hot?
I hope so.
Rect Panhandle says, can you top gloss coat or hyper shine with hyper seal?
Jason, how about you answer this one?
Repeat that again for me, guys.
Wanting to know.
Can you coat gloss coat or hyper shine with hyper seal?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it goes on there really clean, and it kind of is a good way to maintain it and use that as your quick instant detailer and keep it fresh.
A couple times a year, man. It'll be good to go. Yeah.
And I think
I use it every quarter. So every time that I'm from Indiana and Memphis, so I get big season changes. So every time I do the wash, do full maintenance, top it off with hyper seal once every 3 months, basically as the seasons change.
Now, how long after the coating application should you wait before applying it?
So wait about an hour.
Okay.
You don't have to wait 24 hours or long. You just want to make sure the chemical sets up. And humidity and temperatures are all a little bit different. So if you go with putting a coating on, give it a full hour, especially on an Opti-Coat coating or an Optimum, and you're safe to use it right after that.
Perfect.
Cool. Sweet.
Excellent. Then I've got Hans closing here saying this show needs a blue slim dryer. Just saying.
Ooh, true. We might have to pull one out for that.
And then Juice yelling slim dry gang. All right. Insomniac Detail. What's he saying?
Absolute O&R or Hero needs some new rinseless soon. Insomniac. I would take advantage of the sale happening at theradcompany.com right now. Pick yourself up a bundle so that way you could get the new O&R V6 if you haven't tried that already. It's free. You're literally getting a 32-ounce bottle of O&R V6 for free if you just buy the other bundles. I mean, that's like $100, less than $100 in some cases, more than $100 in other cases, but just an absolute killer deal, and you get an entire bottle of O&R for free. You're set.
And I got wrecked panhandling again here. I still get crazy reactions when people see me use O&R. The average human are behind on washing technology. It's true. People think if they don't see suds, then cleaning is not actually happening, and you're just dragging water across a car when that's not the case.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's hard to convince people otherwise, even after it's been out for 20 years.
Too true, Dane. Too true.
Yeah. So we got Jeff C. here.
How does Optimum Power Wheel and Tire Cleaner compare to Power Clean?
So Power Wheel and Tire is got the properties of Power Clean. So you got your degreasing and heavy grimes, but it also has a iron mover in there. So it's going to break down like the brake dust, the pads, any kind of rail dust that gets on the car. So it'll do both, not only degrease, but also start chemically breaking up the rust and oxidizing it so it comes off without you actually getting in there. And the other day we had a car in here with black rims, and if you guys know anything about the black rims, you really don't want to touch them very much if you don't have to. You can always endure scratches. They don't have a lot of clear coat on them. So if I can do it without touching it, that's better. So an iron and a grease remover at the same time works fantastic on the wheels as well as the painted surfaces. So it's safe for all that. If you get overspray, nothing to worry about.
I had no idea that Power Wheel and Tire Cleaner had a little bit of iron remover. That's cool.
That's
That makes
way
sense,
cool.
yeah.
It won't have the smell that you usually go along with an iron remover, so a lot of people forget that it's in there. But when you spray it on your rims the first time, you'll see it start bleeding that purple as it oxidizes and takes away that rust.
Very
so
cool.
it just doesn't have that strong scent because it's a kind of a mixture. You keep the degreaser and the iron remover in one.
It's like a happy medium.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's
Dig that.
awesome. Well, I got Hans closing here.
Says their home alone in the building was a great video as well. Poor little kid being alone in that big building. I know, Hans. It was I love all their videos. I think they should continue doing them, and we probably should be featuring more here on the Q&A mid-show.
No, those guys are great. They really are. Then we've got Detailing Vibes 2006. Does Dane ever read questions? Just wondering. Well, I read this one, so what does that tell you? All right, Amber Atkinson just joined. So excited to see Optimum products being showcased. Can Jason talk a bit about how he's spraying his pad with a rinseless first and then one of the Hyper Twins?
Definitely. So what I've got a pad that's brand new, okay, and it tends to be rough. So I want to condition my pad a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll take the O&R and just kind of pre-spray it a little bit on there, work it in a little bit. If it's really saturated, I'll dry it off with the pad or with the polisher, like that.
Yeah.
Remove all that moisture, because I don't want any moisture on there. I just want to make sure the pad's primed, because when we go to do our spray, which is really nice because it's even, that the whole pad has a natural saturation to it, so it accepts the polish really nicely.
Oh, yeah.
Evenly on the whole thing. So when I go to hit it, I don't have that dry spot that sometimes can be associated with a brand new pad right out of the box. So this kind of helps condition that. So you don't have to do a lot of priming and try to build up heat, because we don't want to build up heat on our cars. So the old style was to kind of prime it. This is a way to do that so you don't actually go in there and start trying to build up heat.
Nice. Makes sense.
No, very helpful. And then I got Detailing Vibes 2006. That's one badass Toyota right there. I agree. It's a cool one.
Pretty sweet.
Then he's wondering what green towel is laying on the chair.
That would be an M22 over there.
Yes.
Is what that is. That's the new M22 drying towel. 20 by 20, coming at a little over 2200 GSM. Thing's a beast. It's a tank.
It's like a usable size, though. That's the beauty of it.
It is.
It's not like overly huge.
Yeah, not overly big. It's honestly, it's kind of a perfect size, but we called it the M22 based off of a tank.
Yeah, the cool little tank. Yeah, what you got?
So we're using hyper polish. We talked about it being safe for like rubber and plastic and all that. So this one's got really, really heavy hard water spots on the glass. So I'm not taping anything off. I'm actually using a pretty stiff pad here and the hyper polish, and just directly right onto the glass. If I get a little bit on this plastic and all that, it's not going to stain it or rip it up at all. So it's a good way. Again, I'm trying to be efficient. I'm only using just a few chemicals, a few pads, a few tools to knock this out.
Nice.
No, that was always a huge appeal of those, was the fact that you didn't have to tape stuff off.
Yeah, no staining.
Bam. Yeah.
White or chalky behind either.
No, that cleans off just great. Then I've got DIY with Kane wondering, did I miss the TRC Thursday Chat product showcase giveaway? What?
We had one of those?
That'd be news to me. But you know what you can do? Over at theragcompany.com, there's an excellent sale going on with Optimum bundles, among other Optimum products, because, hey, it's Optimum Brand Week here at TRC. So if you want a killer deal on the Opti stuff you know and love, you should check that out.
And who knows? I mean, if that goes well, we might start giving away shirts off our back. Next week.
don't get Hans too excited.
Don't tempt people a good time. Hyper polish really brings out the gloss on that sweet ride. Yes, it does. It's looking really good.
No, it's looking real sharp here, guys.
Really happy about that.
Hans closing.
My creature lasts me about 5 years of daily use. My creatures, oh my gosh, last me about 5 years of daily use. Been using 365 for about 2.5 years now. So creatures, man, yeah, those things can take a beating. Hans, you got your use out of them for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Then I've got Hanzo, not to be confused with Hans. Does anyone plan on going on a cruise in the near future? I suggest some great stops, but I may be biased. Hanzo, I appreciate you weighing in here. I just want to make sure you realize you're in a detailing podcast. I know it can be very confusing here. We talk about a lot of different things, but hey, you know what? You got great cruise suggestions, and there's people in the chat who want to talk about it. Go ahead.
Well, Dane, we did have a whole thing about cruises a few weeks ago.
It's true.
And Luke Berge is who we need in this chat.
Luke Berge is the guy.
He is a cruise connoisseur, goes often, mostly on Seagulls cruises, which is fun. But feel free to drop some knowledge. Who knows?
He makes the absolute most of the all-you-can-eat, all-you-can-drink buffet and drink situations.
We love those stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I have usage number 42 for O&R.
Let's have it.
42. It's great for cleaning your glasses. So I've got these sunglasses. Beautiful. I've got green eyes, and I have to wear sunglasses. So even all the towels that we try to use to clean glasses, it can be as simple as a little bit of O&R. Both sides, microfiber. It's not going to streak. It takes away the grease. Doesn't leave anything behind.
Jason, you know, I use O&R to clean my glasses every single day.
I know. I saw you do that too, and I noticed that.
It's the go-to. It's great.
Every day. I use O&R.
There's no smearing on that Maui Jim glass at all.
No.
I didn't know. I wasn't looking. I was just talking while I was doing it, so that's great.
I've always done that. Pretty much I've done it for years, actually. Next up here,
Hans, back at it again.
I think I have about 1,000 towels for daily use. Guess where all my money went? Oh my gosh, Hans, you're crazy, man.
It went into shipping, I'm sure.
Yes.
Let's see. Detailing Vibes, Amber Atkinson. That's what he's responding. Welcome. This is number one chat in my opinion. You have the famous Aldi Anthony on this podcast that knows everything about detailing.
Oh, that's not that.
And he's going to pretend he doesn't know who that is.
That guy isn't on this podcast. I don't know who that guy is. Oh my God, Neil White with 4Runners are sorority girl vehicles. Wow, Neil, that is. I don't know if that's true.
I like to think more along the lines of like Clueless with the Jeep Wrangler. Like that was definitely, as somebody who like lived next door to someone like that who had a white Jeep Wrangler circa the early 2000s while a teenager. Yeah, that kind of lines up there a little bit. But the 4Runner, I don't know. I've seen all types of 4Runners.
So did you have was it a high school girl that had that? And then
yeah, she was a little older than me, but she had a white Jeep Wrangler.
When she cruised through the neighborhood, did she have like football players standing up in the back of the Jeep?
No, it was definitely like a
with their
high school movie, teen movie kind of thing.
Letterman's jackets on.
Yeah, there was definitely the type.
They're joking around.
But she was on like a soccer team, so she also had like her teammates riding around in it sometimes. But it was always with the the Jeep top off and they're just rolling.
I can tell you right now that
like 4 deep.
My high school experience wasn't that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I wasn't saying I was the guy in the Jeep. I was just, I'd see it go by because I was
They always
neighbors.
look at those guys and go, they're having fun.
Yeah, they seem like it.
Yeah. Anyway,
so, what a great way to go into our break.
But we made it here. We're this far in life. So, as always, guys, we're going to go to a quick break here. We had a lot of fun in this first half. There's going to be plenty more for the second half. Mm-hmm. Jason's been awesome. There's going to be more of him, more of us. So, don't go anywhere. Grab your snacks, grab your drinks, and we'll see you here in just a few minutes after some brand partner messages. See you soon.
Hey guys, Josh with the Rag Company.
I thought I was going first.
I thought I was going first.
We'll take it.
All right, Josh is from the Rag Company here to tell you about the business program.
You can save up to 25% off different products that we have here at the Rag Company, including savings like Detail Factory, IK sprayers, and many others.
Whether it's pads, polishes, compounds, polishers, we got it all. Chemicals.
We have everything you would need to save you some money so you can start putting more money in your pocket by buying products through our business program.
So whether you're a shop-based business, a mobile detailer, or just running a side hustle out of your garage, please check out the business program.
And you get free shipping on orders over $150.
That's a pretty great deal.
That is a great deal.
The Rag Company business program is for bulk purchase end users only. No tax exemptions unless previously grandfathered in. Discounts apply to eligible products only. Exclusions may apply. Check product listings for details. Minimum order of $150 required to qualify for these discounts. Some brands, tools, or specialty items may not be included. Pricing is subject to change without notice. Visit theragcompany.com/biz to start your application. Act now, stock up, and save big while it lasts.
Hello, and welcome back to the second half of Q&A Thursday here at the Rag Company, where we are having a fun, festive, Opti-themed day because it is Optimum Brand Week. I was going to say Appreciation Week, but the same applies in this case. Yep. Anyway, Anthony, what is the benefit of that? But before I say that, actually, now that I realize, I should introduce. I'm Dane Hennon. Mm-hmm. You're Anthony Fisher.
I am.
And over there, we've got our new friend Jason popping in from Optimum. He's been great. We loved having him here all week, and he's doing an excellent job on the FJ. Now, Anthony.
Yes.
Tell us what's going on the website this week.
So right now, theragcompany.com, we have multiple Optimum bundles coming in at a killer discount with, hold on, a free gift. But not just any free gift. You're going to get an entire bottle of O&R version 6, a 32-ounce size bottle, which is just crazy. So let's just say you spend $79 for the exterior wash bundle. Guess what? You're going to get a 32-ounce bottle of O&R V6. You buy the Optimum coating bundle at $149, get that new coating. What are you going to get? 32-ounce bottle of O&R V6. You get the interior clean bundle, $79. You guessed it. O&R V6 is going to come with it. And then lastly, the decontamination bundle, which is a ton of bang for the buck, considering that you get the touchless wash in here, you're going to get power clean, you're going to get the ultra clay scrubbers in there. That's going to be coming in again, with the O&R 32-ounce V6 bottle. So, dude, killer deal. if you just like OPT products, you're looking to try some more and you're wanting to expand on the line, this is a great way to like basically be ready to rock and roll with anything. And I would say that these would make a great gift as well. So if you're looking for a future birthday gift or whatever it may be, pick one of these up for somebody, because I'm sure it'll go to good use. So that's going on at theradcompany.com. Earlier on in the stream, we talked about the new citrus twist towels here, a new 70-30 blend twist towel here with a really cool citrus inspiration coming in at 3 colors. You got lemon lime, you got Meyer lemon, and you have grapefruit salmon.
You didn't like that I called it salmon, but truthfully,
salmon,
it is
a
right in
flavor
that range.
that shouldn't exist.
It's not orange, it's not pink, but it could be grapefruit or salmon. Just saying.
It could. But anyway, so these are now live at theradcompany.com. Extremely affordable. A 3-pack gets you all 3 colors, which is super, super cool. And you can use these on windows, glass. They're paint safe. They are great for sealants, quick detailers, you name it. Just an all-around great twist loop towel with a shorter pile, with coming in around about 500 or so GSM. So that's kind of what's new right now. Jason's been killing it this week. We had a ton of fun with him. So much Optimum content has been shot for theradcompany.com, including product videos, Amazon videos, how-tos, as well as some full brand line videos that me and Jason did as well. So we've been keeping him busy, and it's just been a fun time, man. We've had a really, really good time.
We hope you've been having a good time, Jason. I mean, not to put you on the spot, but like your experience so far, visiting, first time, all that.
Well, it's fun sitting around talking with guys in detail business and chemicals and all that, and there's not one chemical that does everything for everybody all the time. Although we got the Swiss Army knife, it's like to compare.
Comes close.
Yeah, it's nice to compare ideas and thoughts and all that. Go to lunch, have a good time with you guys, and then come back and get right back to work. That's the way I like to do it. Stay busy, keep moving.
Yeah.
All right.
So Jason's knocking this out, and so here before we know it, the coating application will start with the new Hypershine coating. So Jason's finishing up some polishing here, and I'm really excited to see that go on because it's really quick, it's really easy, it's going to leave some really good protection behind as well.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. And I've got Ronnie Yacht starting things off here in the comments. The 4Runner is a bi-tructual SUV.
Great way to start, Dane.
I can see where you're coming from with that. That's great. Graham Marshall.
Debbie loves the 16x16 Dry Me River towels as she now helps with O&R washes. Nice. That's sweet, Graham.
Then I've got Hans Closen talking about making new video follow-ups. Whatever happened to that lifted Volvo? We need a follow-up of that car. So for those who don't know, there was a time... Well, number one, you may not, if you're newer, you may not even know we used to do a series called Wash Wednesday. It was kind of like Anthony's brainchild, and I was always like the right-hand man shooting that stuff in the early days. But we did this crazy one, this absolutely nutso one, where it's like a wash and talk, but you drive afterwards. So you watch this crazy Volvo. It had a turbo LS, junkyard LS swap in it, like a 5.3, probably taken out of like a Silverado or like a work van, something along that, like an express work van. Anyway, that thing was an absolute monster. It sounded like, Satan waking up in the morning, and it felt like riding in the back. Like if you set the oxen pulling a cart on fire and they were just running and you were hanging on the back for dear life.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like riding in the back of that
I
thing.
couldn't tell you what happened to that car or what happened to that guy.
He was kind of a wild guy to begin with.
I went to high school with Josh, and I have not seen him in years. I don't even know if he's alive. I think he is alive. But
I think he moved to another state.
I think he did.
And got like a different project car.
Who knows, man? I have no idea where he's at, but I'm sure here.
I want to believe that still exists somewhere, though.
High school reunion will be here. Another 3 years, 4 years, whatever it is. When that time comes,
I got 2 more, and then it's my 20 year. That kind of freaks me out a little.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, for real.
Are you nervous?
It's just weird to think.
Can you believe that?
Yeah,
you're going to be going to a 20-year high school reunion. Remember when Levi told us about his 20-year high school reunion, and we were like, "Oh, you're old."
Yeah. Now it's us.
Yeah. Crap. Right.
Time gets us all, man. Time gets everybody.
Crap.
Anyway, thanks for making me think of that video. That was a fun one, but also, I cannot stress this enough. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying going down Cartwright in the back of that thing.
4Runners hold their value like no other. Very true. Very true.
Except for maybe Tacomas, because Tacomas, whoo boy.
Tacomas are up there too.
All right. or air-cooled Porsches? Air Pocono. In the Poconos here, would live in an air-conditioned garage, 85 degrees Fahrenheit and 77 degrees Fahrenheit dew point. It's fantastic trying to ONR and hyper-polish any vehicle. Oh, okay, nice.
You saying you do live in an air-conditioned garage?
I think that's what I'm gathering.
Sure.
would live in an air-conditioned garage. I'm not entirely sure what's being said here.
I don't know what's being said.
But, it's said very affirmatively.
I would live in my garage.
Let's go with that.
You
just set up a little bunk bed in the corner with
if I had a mini
it.
split in my garage and I could really get in control of bugs and things like that under the Swiss tracks, I could see myself living in there.
I have to say, for as much crap as we like to give Matt about his garage situation sometimes, there weren't that many bugs in there. Not really. Like, considering it was in Florida, it should have been riddled with the things, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
Detailing vibes. Ooh, Dane got off topic. That's not good.
Yeah. Look what you guys did.
To be fair, Detailing vibes gives me an extra hard time for some reason. I don't know what their vendetta is, but I'm sorry, buddy.
Stealth GR4 says, finally some coverage on a RBL machine. I've been needing to get the 3-inch like that, but can't seem to get any of my 3D stores. You might have to order it in, man. I don't know much about that machine. I've tried it, used it multiple times. I think it's pretty good, but I think it's, again, like 80% of that of the Merca. The Merca is still the better machine in my eyes, and I feel like for that price point, you should probably buy the Merca, but that's me.
It's not like the RBL is significantly cheaper or anything. You're actually talking about
I genuinely do want to I don't want to say black out, but I want to I want to order the Merca and forget that I did. I just want to just add to cart, buy now, and be like, it's done. I've done it.
You just don't want that conscious part of your brain to hold you responsible for having made that purchase. That way, it's like when you practice for a lie detector test, like a polygraph, and you're like, if I convince myself that I believe in this enough, I can make the lie the truth, and you just lean so hard into that.
Yeah, because I'm like, I want it. I think it'd be such a nice tool to have, but I'm like, I can't justify spending the money. So it's like I almost have to just go into a trance and do it and be like, what have I done? Oh well, I can't. There's nothing I can do now.
I would also like to shout out if it's Nick or Glenn back in the control room there setting up these camera angles. Excellent job capturing the work today. Jason's work is being showcased extremely well by our wonderful overhead cameras. They're doing a great job. So thanks to whichever one of you is switching right now.
Sweat and all.
In reference to your shirt. Oh boy.
All right, Hans, I'll make sure to go, mow the lawn and do a bunch of other stuff. Hans says, I'd ask Jason for a shirt, but I never talked to the guy. He might find me a strange fellow. Yeah, Hans, that might scare people away who don't really know you that well.
A little bit.
The man with the dragon tattoo.
He's honestly a wonderful person. He really is.
Hans is great.
He's hilarious.
Hans is great people.
Detailing Vibes 2006. What is a good towel to keep in the car for a waterless wash spray? So that's something where you're not using any other water or other product. You're just using what's in the bottle. You're going to want to have something that's got a little pile to it. And this is my personal take. A Creature is a happy medium.
Creature's probably your best bet, man. I mean, Creature or an
long side,
Eagle.
Short side.
Creature and Eagle is going to be your best bet. I mean, the Creature is universal in the fact that if you have a waterless wash spray in the car and you have the Creature, the longer pile, great for paint, shorter pile, great for glass. And so you'll have the best of both worlds there and just kind of a, multifunction, tool. So, yeah, that's what I would do.
If you can open yourself up to having two towels, maybe a Creature plus an FTW. Or one of these new Citrus.
Because I had been keeping pearls in my truck for a while. And what would happen is I would find, bug guts or bird dropping or something. Yeah. And I go to grab my pearl, I go grab my ONR or my Opti-Clean, and I go, I wish this towel was a little bit thicker, right? I wish it had a little bit more of a pile because some of it's just a little bit too short of a nap. So I would say the Creature will solve your issues.
And as a general rule, as you guys know, or if you're not familiar, when it comes to towels, a longer pile is usually a lot more gentle on a surface. The shorter the pile gets, the more aggressive, the more bite you get out of a towel. So if that's your kind of shorthand for figuring out what's going to work for you, just bear that in mind the next time you're picking up towels and what your goals are with using them. All right, so next up I have page 2. Oh no, Hans talking about DNA. Oh no.
I need some DNA.
Okay.
Hans.
Now you've taken it too far.
Hans, you did it.
We're not allowing you to clone Anthony. That's into uncomfy territory now.
It's already been done before. I mean, anyway, moving on. Detailing Advice 2006.
Well, remember when we met AU Dane? I'm sure there's an AU Anthony out there somewhere.
Dane.
We joked it was alternate universe AU.
Alternate universe,
but it was also
true.
EU because we were in the EU.
That's true, yeah. Anyways, best towel to use is a spot clean on any leftover water on the surface of paint. Spot clean water. Best towel to use is spot clean on any leftover. So water, you're saying from a wash?
Just like quick touch up.
I grab an eagle, creature, whatever. There's not really a best. FTW,
you could do
one of these. Right?
FTW's
Citrus Twist.
Freaking awesome. Citrus Twist is a great fit for that.
Citrus Twist would probably be the one. That'd actually be a great option.
I mean, if you're feeling a little crazy, you can always get one of those little gauntlets too. Like that's kind of a fun one to do too.
Little gauntlet, little minis.
Yeah, or an eaglet. We're just throwing them all out there now. Anthony Coco. So I like to imagine he was talking about a French dip sandwich and the liquid that comes with it, au jus. Next up, we have, what are these comments?
What's going on in there?
Oh, just Hans saying, we need Nate's flute back. I don't know what that means. I don't recall Nate having a flute.
Kevin, just joining in. What's the difference between the green O&R and Quick Detailer as a drying aid? Great question. So the green, actually, Jason.
Yes, sir.
Sir, good sir.
Yes, sir.
Some more, please.
Oh, a little bit more.
Can I have some more answers?
How do you do that cowboy talk in the British accent? Like, cowboy, hey, y'all. I'm not sure how to go about doing that.
Why did I do that?
Howdy, y'all.
I heard a question about O&R with the wax and instant.
Green O&R
Okay.
versus the Quick Detailer as a drying aid, because they both look green.
Okay. The Quick Detailer is going to give probably a little bit more like high gloss shine and all that. So as a Quick Detailer, that's kind of what it's set up for. I would say the O&RW is going to be a little more consistent, where if you've got a high gloss instant detailer and you use it in a spot that didn't have a high gloss area, now you're going to have two different panels kind of looking differently. So I would say the O&R with wax would be a really easy way to do it, and it's an efficient way to do it, and it'll be consistent all the way around.
Okay.
Very good. Okay.
Excellent.
Next up here.
Oh, now I see what Anthony Coco meant. Here you go.
Up early to catch the live this week. Greeting from Australia. Gotcha.
Thank you, buddy. Happy to see you
thought you
here.
were saying juice.
Yeah, no, I was just
juice.
confused. It was just a 3-letter comment, so kind of lost there. But yes, greetings from Australia. So welcome and g'day.
Dane, why did you didn't have to do that.
No, but I did.
You
and it's done. And it's out there
now. You could have just left it. Greetings from Australia.
No, we're just throwing out some fun accents, and that's as much as I'm willing to attempt here.
Shrimp on the Barbie.
Wesley, definitely not, because that is presumptuous and mean. Wesley Schwartz. Hey, everyone. Hey to you too, Wesley. All right, MFL. Do I need to fix every rock chip if I want to ceramic coat my car? MFL, that is a decision that you have to make, because whatever you ceramic coat, you're going to lock in whatever you got there, and it's just, do the rock chips stand out when you're like looking at your car? And if they do, how much does that bother you? Maybe target the ones that are especially heinous that you can get rid of with Dr. Color Chip. Yeah. Anthony is an expert at using Dr. Color Chip. He could give you a few tips. But yeah, I mean, find what cuts down the most on the visual element of the rock chips standing out, and from there, you don't have to get all of them, but enough that it hides the overall look, the rash, and ceramic coat.
Well, and I'll throw in there is don't be scared to wait to get all those rock chips before you would do a ceramic coating, because ceramic coating is engineered to bite into the clear coat. So if you've got some raw primer showing on that, when you put that first coating, ultimately that ceramic coat doesn't have anything to bite to. So if you want to go back later and say, I want to get some more chips done, it's actually beneficial sometimes to coat the car first, because then when I use like a Dr. Color Chip system, which recommends using O&R as the cleaning method for that, I can go right over it really easy and seal it in. And if it's not, I can always seal it again later on. So it won't stick to that. And when you use a Dr. Color Chip system, when you put the paint on top and kind of smear it down into it, because it's a ceramic coated car, it's going to make that paint, first off, not stick to the other parts of the paint that you don't want it in, and it comes off real easy. So I use that system quite a bit.
Oh, cool. Yeah, it's fun. It's actually funny that the advent of, really, Dr. Color Chip started recommending Optimum products, right, especially O&R, for cleaning and prepping the surface before jumping into a chip repair, right? So if you have to clean the vehicle off first. So super, super cool. But yeah, so you can do it multiple different ways, but I would say realistically, fix what you want to fix. Whatever doesn't bother you, move on. I mean, I'm pretty particular about certain stuff, but even I kind of have a limit of like, hey, this little nick here, this little nick here. I'm like, I'm probably not going to worry about it. And the main reason for that is that a certain chip size, when you go to touch it up, chances are it could be so small that you don't even really see a difference. Or it's so small that it may wipe out or may not stick properly. So, yeah, situational.
Cool. Then I've got detailing vibes here saying Dane needs something to hold his glasses back in place so they don't fall off. I know I adjust them a lot, don't I? Yeah, they're just a little loose on the bridge. What can I say? Dane's haircut is pretty slick, though. Makes you look younger. I appreciate that. It always feels like there's a backhanded compliment waiting for me here in every one of your comments, but at the same time, I'll take the wins I can get. Moving along. Insomniac Detail, we've got sold. I think that's him picking up a detail kit from the Optimum stuff. That's excellent. Glad to hear that. You won't regret it. People think foam cleans. Yes, that's right, Hans. When they see foam, any kind of surfactant type stuff going on, they think, yeah, that's what cleaning looks like. But we're here to tell you that's not necessarily the only way. Okay, what's detailing here saying?
Y'all need to drink Kinetic Healthier and Better. Oh, Kinetic Healthier and Better than Celsius.
I have never heard of Kinetic, but I'm in.
I don't really.
I'll go look it up. I'll go see what it's about.
I've cooled it on energy drinks, man. I don't really.
Yeah. Well, your heart doesn't like them.
Well, I don't think anybody's heart likes them, Dane. Yeah, that's I'm just saying. But I've used to
knock
be.
on wood,
I used
so
to
far
be,
so good.
I used to be really into drinking energy drinks. I mean, for many years. I mean, but like, I kind of like stopped, and then I kind of started drinking coffee and just a cup or two of coffee a day if I need it, and then I was drinking those caffeine ices, and I like those, but like lately I just do like a 1 cup to 2 cups of coffee a day, and then that's it. And then
that's good for you.
Then no more caffeine after that.
There you go.
And I seem to be doing pretty well at that.
I feel pretty good.
Yeah, I don't get me wrong. Would I like to be jacked up? Yes.
Sure.
I would. I don't need that right now.
Yeah.
But the Celsius, Dane.
I tend to grab them because they're at Costco and they're in a big pack, and it's just easy to get them. And other drinks I'm less inclined to grab, but these ones I feel less bad about having. Although my brother did tell me that there are some links in some recent studies from vitamin B6 to things like dementia and other deals. So that's great. Look forward to that.
Nice.
Don't
so
recommend.
Stop?
When this box is empty, you're
gonna bite into the box.
I'll just have some coffee or something. Hey, my little cologne coffees are doing okay. Anyway.
Does Opti Tire have any sealants in development? What tire sealant does TRC carry besides ADS Ghost? That's a good question. We actually don't carry any other tire sealants besides ADS Ghost at the current time. Optimum did have their tire sealant. But does Jason, do you guys have anything in the works for any new sealants for tires?
We've got some ideas on that. We try to stick with the water-based. It doesn't tend to have as high gloss, and it doesn't last quite as long as your silicone-based tire shines, but it's a lot better on your vehicle, safer on the tires themselves, and when it throws onto the vehicle or something like that, it's safer for that too. You don't get that rainbow effect. So we're continuing trying to work with some of the water-based ones to make them nice high gloss, last a long time, but then safe for the environment.
Sweet. Makes perfect sense. Here's another one for you. Detailing Vibes asking, what's the difference between O&R V6 and the older ones?
Okay, so technology changes every day. We know that. So, there's no one chemical that does one thing for every industry in the business. So as chemicals change and all that, you want to come up with the ways that make it easier, slicker, less streaking and all that. It's not that the version beforehand was bad, it's just we keep changing the technology. And with Dr. G being not only the owner but our chemist, his lab is right behind my office. So he can go in there anytime he wants. He puts on his jacket on and goes and messes with the chemicals and see, hey, what's new in today's world, and what can we take from that's new and make what we've got even better. So we're constantly trying to look at options and all that. It's still the original O&R. It's just small tweaks that we've done throughout the years to make it slicker, less streaky and things like that, so it's better for the customer and better for the environment at the same time.
Sweet.
Yeah, and in fairness, this is something I've seen come up online, just in like commentary circles, stuff like that. Is some people get hung up on version this, version that, whereas I see other products they don't have multiple versions. Reality, a lot of these manufacturers are kind of like quietly tweaking their formulas over time if it makes sense to keep the product relevant. They may just not announce it, but then others, I mean, yeah, if they stay the same and they never tell you it's different, that's its own thing. So I mean, there's different approaches to it, but I like with O&R that they clearly announce when there's something that's significantly changed, like in an improvement or a change of that kind. They actually label it.
Yep.
So, yeah. Hans closing here. I love the smell of Ferrex if it's far, 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 far away from me. Yeah.
Yep.
Mac Bergson.
Love my slim dryer. I agree. I like the logo. Not sure what the fuss was about. I use the fender defender on my dash when doing the windshield, and it has a logo on it. Yeah, Mac, I don't really know what happened there. I don't know why people had such like a meltdown about it. I like to think that those almost weren't real people. Those were people pretending to be other people.
Well,
moving on.
No way to know for
sure.
Know.
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just a guy.
Just
Tony Taylor
speculation.
says, just got my KC Leather Star. It's only a leather cleaner. Is it only a leather cleaner, or is there any other conditioner in it for leather? So Leather Star is a conditioner. Yes. It's a conditioner. That's actually really not designed to be like a full-on leather cleaner. It's okay for spot cleaning, like light cleaning and touch-up, but for the most part, it is a conditioner. So
the product's intent is to be used once you've already cleaned.
If you've been using it as a cleaner, that's okay. It's not really going to offer like a deep clean, like let's just say like the Color Lock products would in the KCX line, like mild leather cleaner. But KCX Leather Star is primarily a conditioner.
All right, then.
Yes, hey guys, I got something to show you.
Jason.
So when you're doing a coating, here's a little tip.
Yes.
So when you use a hyper polish, there's no fillers in here or heavy waxes. So when I actually wipe this polish off the vehicle, I can go straight into coating it. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Now, on this vehicle, because I'm using a little bit smaller polisher and it's got some grime in there, I noticed I did throw a little bit here and there from my pad. So what I'm going to do is come back with just a paint prep. Okay. This is going to strip any oils or greases or maybe some of that oversling that I did. Simply wipe that on, and I'm ready to coat. And you want to see how easy it is to coat this car? I'm basically taking my Opti Hyper Shine onto my applicator, put about 10 drops in the beginning just to kind of get the pad primed. And we're just going to put this on. I go in a circular motion in this little area. And what's nice about this new ceramic coating like that, it's very easy to work with. So if I had to take a phone call and I was in the middle of doing this and said, I took a phone call and walked away, I don't have to worry about this setting up too fast or getting crazy high spots. Super easy to work with. So I'll do a couple circles like that, then we'll square that off just to make sure the whole area is covered. Now, I can move on to the next panel if I want and continue to move on. I've got a few things to still do on this truck, but I didn't want to not get you guys the opportunity to see putting the coating on.
Of course, yeah.
So what I'm doing is I'm letting it flash. It's got kind of a rainbow effect, kind of like gasoline on water. And as that gets about 80%, most of it goes away on its own, but I'm about 80% of it gone. I'm not removing the coating, I'm just leveling it. So it's just very easy. I'm just making sure that I leveled it, because we are human and this is an art form. This isn't a computer putting this on and all that. So of course, everybody's going to do it slightly different. This makes sure at the end it's very consistent, and that's coated. I'm going to finish going through the rest of the car, and in about an hour, we'll come back, spray the Hyper Seal on, work that in, and that car can roll out your garage. You can drive it and go to the car show. If you're rushing around at the last minute, you can do this and drive right to the car show.
That's awesome.
It's gonna look awesome, man. This thing's gonna look crazy. I can already see the difference. The Hyper Polish made a big difference already, but then adding the coating and then that Hyper Seal at the end.
It had just enough, by using two different pads, I had just enough cut without really trying to paint correction. I mean, if I really went to town on this vehicle, some of these paint is a little thinner in certain areas than that, so I want to be consistent. And I'd rather
thinner, chipping,
least aggressive first. So polish with two different pads to kind of get where I wanted to be. Is the paint perfect? No, but could I make it perfect? Probably not. I mean, with the age and all that, there's etching and thickness on. I want to make it look clean and shiny and glossy and to be what it is. It's a, 50-year-old almost truck.
No, it's from the 70s, so it's right up there.
And this way it's got clean shine, but you're not trying to overdo it. There's no fillers in here. So it's not like in a week from now when I use this polish, it's going to be like, well, it didn't look like that a week ago. The way it looks now is the way it's going to look tomorrow and continue to look that. And as long as you use a maintenance item to keep it clean, the longevity is really forever. I mean, as long as you take care of your vehicle.
So one question I have for you, just like pretending I'm the audience here, some people are newer at this, they're just learning. People are afraid of swirls. They hear all about them, and then they see somebody do a circular motion. They wrongly ascribe that, oh my gosh, that's causing swirl. It's not, but can you explain what the purpose behind doing a swirl motion, like a circular motion, during the application is for?
Okay, yep, so I want to have an even pressure. So going back and forth like that, just like if you've ever used a spray can and you try to spray paint something at home, if you wisp off to the sides like that, you're really only painting this and you get overspray on that. So by doing it in a circular motion, I know my pressure, just like the a DA moves around in that motion like that. I'm kind of using my hand like a DA to make sure I'm covering it all, and then I square it out just to make sure applying the chemicals there. So the first process is kind of working it in and then leveling it back out. So I'm kind of making my hand that mechanical polisher for the time being, so I'm applying it directly to the vehicle that way.
That's exactly what I wanted to hear. And then the last part I was going to ask was, when you're doing the leveling process with the towel, about how much pressure are you putting on the towel? Just like hand
Very
pressure?
little. I mean, almost to the point where
hand?
I'm not holding it. And of course, depending on your towel, when I do a leveling, we like to have a tight pearl weave towel. These are great because it has both. On this side, it's the tighter weave. So with that, I mean, I'm literally just putting enough pressure on with my hand to move it.
Gotcha.
So just that far. And I mean, I could basically do it with 2 fingers. So to give you a better idea how much pressure I am, it's about like that. I'm using my hand to keep even pressure, but the actual full pressure is about that much.
Yeah, because like people can see the visual, but they don't necessarily understand how much pressure is being applied. So that helps. Awesome. Then I've got Detailing Vibes 2006 here. What's a good tire and wheel cleaner that won't destroy ceramic-coated rims?
There's a lot, man. There's a lot of good ones out there nowadays. But I mean, for reference here, the Optimum Power Wheel and Tire Cleaner won't destroy that. You can even dilute it if you want to. If you want to take it and cut it 1-to-1 with water, you can do that. You can cut it 2-to-1, 3-to-1. But for the most part, most ceramic coatings, if they are worth their weight, on your rims, then there's nothing chemically that should really destroy them. I mean, that's the whole point of having a ceramic coated rim, is to be able to have a chemical resistance.
Rick Panhandle here. What's the difference between Ultra Ceramic Seal and Opti-Seal?
Opti-Seal can be used on inside as well as the exterior, so it's dual use on that. The Ultra actually has ceramic in it, so it's giving it a super slickness as a finishing agent. Opti-Seal is very, very light, so if you want to use it like a drying aid, it's great for that. If you want to use it on your interior leather and your plastic dashes, it's great for that. The Ultra Seal is really set up more for exterior because you're looking for a high gloss. That ceramic in there is giving it some protection, but it's also keeping that gloss at a really, really high level. Interior, you don't necessarily are looking for the high gloss. So Opti-Seal is great to be able to use. It's kind of like the pocket knife. It's got a couple different uses and all that. But on the exterior, the Ultra Seal is going to have more of that ceramic content, which ultimately means it's going to be a little slicker and a little shinier like that. So that's kind of what the difference between those two.
Oh, that's a great way to look at it. And then Insomniac Detail saying, what is Jason's hair routine? Maybe it's Maybelline?
Oh, it would be sports clips every 4 weeks on Thursdays with Tracy. She does a great job. I give her a $3 tip. I don't know.
Great job, Tracy.
Shout out to Tracy. Good job. They really like it, guys.
Is her name really Tracy? I hope it is.
It is.
Oh, no way.
Oh, it is. I go to my sports clip apps and I'm like, I find out what day if she's working, and if she's not, and I click my stylist. And I'm like, well, am I getting a haircut on Wednesday? Nope, and as you can tell, I don't really actually get a lot of those haircuts. I did get a little bit of a trim, to be on camera with you guys and all that, but I tend to try to let it grow out a little bit.
Nice, okay.
My grandfather was bald, my brother's going bald. I'm going to hold on as long as I possibly can.
You should.
Yeah, no, cling on to that one.
As you should.
We've got Hans closing. We need more Jason to come over more. Looks like a great character.
Oh, he's a blast, man. We love Jason.
We definitely love Jason here.
He's been awesome.
He's ingratiated himself and then some. We got Fine Detailing. Oh, Detailing Vibe saying freaking awesome towel. Followed by Fine Detailing. What's he saying?
Was shocked how well O&R cleaned glass. Might be a new go-to if I don't need the nuke. That is traceless. Dude, I think O&R would probably clean glass 99.9% of the time. I mean, very rarely will you need to change up a glass cleaner. But some people like glass cleaners for, maybe it's a different experience. I don't know.
Hey guys, I got a tip on glass cleaning. If you take a little bit of O&R, depending on how big your reservoir for your windshield wiper fluid is and all that, you'd have to do a little bit of the math. But I mean, it won't take very much to put in your windshield wiper fluid. And you can use that with the water, and it gives it that slicking agent, so it actually helps the blades from like hopping and skipping, and it's streak free. So if you put too much of something into your windshield wiper fluid, you'll get those streaks and all that, and you have to keep turning it on. This will be streak free, so it gives it just enough lubrication without adding a whole bunch of chemicals to your windshield while you're driving down the road.
Is that in addition to the washer fluid that's already in there?
I would say swap it with water and put a little bit of this with water and call that the windshield wiper
do we
fluid.
have to? So freezing temperatures, right?
So it'll actually raise that a little bit. So the water will freeze slower with O&R in it than without. And I've actually did a test a while ago on accident. We were working on a pontoon boat, and we left the O&R bucket on the pontoon boat at night, and it got really cold. Well, the water outside was freezing and all that, and the O&R went to stick your hand in it, and it was almost like a gel because it hadn't froze. So when I pulled my hand out, you could kind of see it on there. So it actually kept that from freezing more, which was part of the purpose, being able to use O&R in a bucket in really cold climates. Canada, up Colorado, up north, and things, where it gets really cold. This isn't going to freeze right away on you, so you can continue to use it even if you have to carry it outside and do a quick cleaning on that. So it really does great when it comes to that.
Cool.
Duly noted.
Wow, good to know.
Then I've got detailing vibes here. What's with the new citrus towels? What's the use for them?
Anything that you want them to be. They could be your facial towel. They could be your detailing towel. They could be your glass cleaning towel. Ultimately, it's going to be, again, it's a short pile twist loop weave coming in at roughly 500 GSM. It's got an awesome buttersoft suede edge with the cool citrus logos on the side. But really, I mean, it's going to be kind of an all-purpose twist loop towel. Interiors, exteriors, glass cleaning. It's a 70-30 blend, so it's 100% paint safe. It can be a final finishing towel. It can be so many different things. So really, it's just kind of a fun summer 2025 flavor that we released, and we hope that many of you try them out and like them.
Heck yes. And then we got Rec Panhandle. Can't wait for the 100 Ways to Use O&R book to come out. New York #1 best time seller. Okay, yeah. We got that.
6 more. I've got
You're getting there.
74, but we're getting there. Okay. So I gave you guys 42 today. We'll give a couple more later on.
Nice.
The most versatile product in existence.
AT4 says, I'm going to break out this color lock kit this afternoon and try it out. Anthony loves it, so it's got to be good. Can you suggest a good kit for other beginners? I purchased the Smooth Leather Care Kit. Dude, that's a killer kit, man. I love the color lock products. Are awesome. They're super easy to use. The Leather Fresh. If you go to do a dye, a re-dye on some of the interior, the Leather Fresh is amazing. But yeah, it's really, they're leather experts over there, and so that's what Color Lock's always been known for. So everything from their cleaners to the conditioners to the sealants are really designed for leather by people who know leather better than anybody. So try it out, man. You're gonna really like it.
Awesome. Then I got Juice responding to the ad again, saying, she won't get away with this. Yeah. Followed by Thief. Followed by AT4 saying, she stole his TRC here at the wash again. Someone help that poor guy. I like to imagine they think each time it shows the ad, it's a new time.
So we've been playing this ad for what, 2 years now?
Yeah. And only just now have people suddenly turned it into
people started to create some
thing.
Lore behind what the story is, why she stole these products.
I love it.
Did she steal the products?
Ooh. All right, on to page #1. You guys got to throw some more detailing questions out there, guys. We are answering them, but keep them coming.
20 minutes left. Here we go. Where is Tony's old picture, though? I'm missing that for a few. I don't know. They used to
hide it in the back. That was Glenn's favorite thing to do.
Used to be somewhere. Nowadays, I don't know.
Could be anywhere. Sam Taylor, I would love to see a little more durability from green O&R. I use it every day on maintenance details, but I wish it was a little stronger wax. Still love it, though. Sam, I have a question for you. Have you tried the yellow O&R? Just curious.
Yeah.
And then, Jason, if you did have anything to add to that about the Opti-Car wax in green
If you put more
O&R.
Caduba wax in there, it's going to be a little bit harder to use. You'll be more applying a wax like we used to with Caduba because it does need to be worked in. It's not going to be as viscosity is going to be a lot higher and all that. So if you put too much wax in there, then you're just moving that on to more a wax.
Right.
Where this is supposed to be O&R as being the encapsulating effect. So it's pulling the dirt off. That's its number one job, is to make it so it's not marring and scratching by releasing that dirt. The wax part of it is to help it make it a one-step, or you can make it an easy, very light instant detailer to carry around with you of your car. So some of the guys like wax. Wax is great, super hydrophobic. It doesn't last quite as long as our new day sealants and all that, but it is a nice way to have a one-step to kind of wash it, release that dirt, dry it, and leave a little bit of protection behind that's super hydrophobic. So.
Yeah. Well, and for those who aren't aware, like Optimum car wax is still great. I mean, it's a really good product. So it's one of those.
And that's the one, if you're looking for something with more wax in it, then move on to the car wax. And you can still use that as a drying agent and part of that process, but it wouldn't just be used as more of a wash medium. With O&RW, or the O&R with wax, is usually actually more for a wash, chemical, as opposed to a detailing spray or a finishing spray.
Yeah. Gotcha. Makes sense. Then I've got the question from Ted Hughes here. When will the UK get these citrus towels? Anthony, what can you tell him?
That's a good question. I would have to check with Josh Petro, who is in a major wholesale stuff, and see if John over at Clean and Shiny has placed an order. I don't know if he has. He may have. I'd have to find out. But if they were going anywhere, they would be going to the guys over at Clean and Shiny or the Rag Company UK. But I would imagine they would be on their way shortly. So it's kind of how it works, right? US usually starts with the launch. We gauge what the
the interest level
is, and kind of go from there.
Yeah. And then I've got Ron Ayat here saying
she checked out what he was using, bought her own, saw the boxes and stuff in the back of her car. It's the start of a beautiful relationship. So the brother and sister, but it's a beautiful relationship. This
next comment does not help that whatsoever.
It doesn't? Okay.
No, it really doesn't. Juice free, maybe perhaps misunderstanding the relationship.
They're going to have little O&R babies. Yeah, no, they are brother and sister. They are.
No, this is not Star Wars.
Find out where the lifted Volvo guy went. That would be really cool. I'll search Hans, but he's also the kind of guy that may not want to be found, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Insomniac detail.
Man, you guys are old farts, not me sitting here at the exact same age. Yeah, dude, we're
starts to catch up with you, huh? Peter.
How do you guys not have a Mercury? Dude, I don't really know. I would like one. I think it's because we just have so much already. We have so many great 3-inch machines, and it's just more like redundancy and tools. So, I mean, really, for what we use around here, we kind of already have a lot.
Yeah.
If we didn't have this RBL that Sydney gave us, we probably would have ordered a Merca. Yeah.
No, we've just been
really until she takes that RBL back,
enjoying using it while it's here.
Yeah, while it's here, we'll use it. But once it's gone, we may have to make an order.
Yeah. It's possible.
Juice free, a box of Ripper Mags XLs in the trunk for waterless wash.
Yes, not a bad idea. Hans closing.
On July 29th, I opened a second 2 bags of Haribo gummies. Oh my goodness. On I think it's June or July, because it's not July yet. I wanted to give them the all day Anthony at Waxstock, but he never showed. They're still drawing it. The
autocorrect is not his friend today.
So you were telling me that you've already been air drying gummies in hopes of being able to give them to somebody. Hans, is Waxstock happening this year? I heard Waxstock wasn't happening this year.
My understanding was it didn't happen this year. I didn't think it happened.
Are you talking about last year, Hans?
Oh, no.
I don't know. I'd like to know.
Follow up,
what you're
Hans.
referring to.
We will talk. Then he follows up and says, glove box towels, great for light touch-ups.
Yep. You're one of probably the few, Hans, that still has that towel.
Whoa, okay. He meant a very different time, 2023.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah,
okay.
It's weird to think that was 2 years ago.
So you still have them? They're 2 years of stealing out for 2 years?
Well, clearly this is right up your alley, buddy.
That is a reserve.
I think it's disgusting, but you're like, no, this is like fine, cognac
vintage.
or fine scotch that's been sitting in the back.
Oh, that is, and ideally they have like a little bit of dust on them. Is
UK dust.
Is Optimum Instant Detailer ideal as a drying aid? Looking for a product that has no UV protection. It is a great drying aid. I can't really speak to the UV protection. Jason, does Optimum Instant Detailer Gloss Enhancer have, I would assume it has UV protection in it.
It does, and it can be used as in that purpose. I just think there's some other chemicals out there that'll be a little easier to use in that purpose. Okay. But for synergy and efficiency, if you've got that and you're using it for instant detailing as well as a drying aid, it'll work just fine.
Perfect.
Very cool.
Then Hans simply says Optimum Tire Protection.
Yep.
Yes. And then I've got Graham Marshall saying, is there a dilution ratio for O&R as a waterless wash? There's different takes on it. I know there's different ways to use it.
Some people use 128 to 1.
Or 64 to 1.
I just straight up 256 to 1 everything.
256 works on virtually
a lot of it can
everything.
also have to do with like how hard your water is a little bit.
Great
because
point. Yeah.
you know, you're ultimately softening your water. So Indiana's got a lot of limestone and all that. So if you're using it as a waterless, you might go a little higher on that just to help soften that water. I know my water softener is turned up pretty high compared to other people's to break that down. So it's very similar to how O&R would work to help soften the water and make the water safer to use.
Gotcha.
So the 256 is still an okay one to do that. If you need a little bit more cleaning, like you said, the 128 would be fine. And feel free to, slightly adjust a little bit based upon your area where you live in. And so
I don't think you're going to run into any like streakiness or something until you get to a much crazier, closer dilution.
Right, you go to clean your glass on a 1 to 64 and you swipe it once and say, oh, there's a little bit of a streak. Well, you've got more detergents in there. Right. So you turn the towel over, which is why it's great to have a two-sided towel like that, because the soft side can actually be grabbing your chemical and moving it, and then the pearl weave would be kind of dry it off like that. So that's the only time that things when you say, is dilution ratio off? And that's just gonna, if you're using it and you're seeing streaking, but you're using it for that purpose, then it's probably a little strong.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the beauty of O&R is if you do have any quote-unquote water spots left behind, they're polymer spots. They're not actual water spots.
Right, so there's no minerals involved in it.
Wipes right up. Yeah, easy. Then I've got Dan's Diamond Detail. O&R helped me get past double glizzing after my college days. Thanks, guys.
Nice.
Bet you were sore. Okay, so we've got Hans Closen. Opti-Seal is still my go-to for coating windows or shower doors and mirrors.
Nice.
That's a good call.
Yep.
Yeah. No, Opti-Seal, great product.
Oh my God, I just got some traceless from Patrick. Wow, just wow. I didn't wipe it all away just to test it and no streaks. Traceless
they don't call it the nuke for nothing. That stuff is like, you only use that if you have to.
Well, but no, I think he's just saying it's very effective.
Intense. Oh, it's very effective.
It's very effective. It's very cool. Ted Hughes says, if I wanted to do wash like Larry Ammo with one bucket for the body with wash with multiple towels, which towel is best? You have a couple different options there. If it was me, I would reach for, Eagle 500s, Eagle 350s. I really like Creatures for this purpose. Minks work okay as well. Larry typically uses something similar to like a terry weave. I would probably go with a nicer towel than that if it was me. So like a Creature would probably be like my good happy medium, right? Half terry, half longer pile terry, and still be pretty pliable. So that's what I would go with.
All right. Then I've got good question from Brandon Ferguson here. This is one we hear a lot from people. He goes, if we don't have a garden hose and we live in an apartment, is O&R enough? The car is ceramic coated. Now, you got a few options, but Jason could speak to us a little better.
It's perfect. I mean, it was actually really designed for that specific purpose. So what I would recommend is I would do it twofold. If you need a deep clean, it's rain really nasty, you drove through the desert or something like that, put O&R in a bucket, get a sponge. You can do it without using a lot of water. A really good method is to do a pre-sprayer, like an IK sprayer like this, because I can get this and treat all this area, make sure it's not drying out, and kind of keep it saturated as I work around the vehicle. Since I don't have a hose, and of course it's going to have sunshine out, it's going to dry. So as I'm working my area, washing it, I can constantly keep it moist with the chemical and all that as I go around. So that's a nice way to do it, and just doing that in a towel. As long as we're not talking about an off-roaded vehicle that's been mudded, this will do really about 90% of your cleaning for you.
Oh, that's awesome. And to be clear, for people who aren't familiar with how the whole thing works, if you have spots, say, that are like a little dirtier than everything else, but it's still within reason, you can totally pre-soak an area and just kind of let that work in a little bit before you go over it.
And this is okay if it dries in the sun. So if you work your area and you see, for instance, a bug drop I would take a bug dropping, I would saturate it with the O&R, go finish my washing, and if it dries, it's not going to hurt anything because the encapsulation process is already starting, so it's already starting to release that. Even if that bird dropping is still sitting there, if you let it sit and dwell for a while, you should be able to wipe it off so you're not scratching the car or making any marring marks. But, and if it dries out in the sun, no problem. Re-agitate it, spray it, wipe it right off. It's not going to be minerals stuck in it. It'll be just some polymers that will smooth right off the surface. And if your car is coated, you'll have an easier time than that. I would recommend getting the Hyper Seal too, especially if you're outside, because
stuff's amazing.
It's wet, you've kind of dried the car, but there's still a little water on it. Hit that with Hyper Seal, and fantastic. It'll take the dust down and make that thing look really, really good with very little water.
Now, if they wanted to like kind of consolidate their process, would that be a good case for yellow O&R as well, since it's a coated vehicle?
Yeah, with a coated car, this is actually going to be even better to use on that coated car without any streaking. It doesn't need quite the cleaning agents to strip, because with a ceramic coated car, you've already given yourself a surface that things don't embed themselves in it. So you usually won't need heavy soaps and things like that. That's what O&R from Opti-Coat for the maintenance line is designed to do. Make it super easy and quick for you to clean without having to go back and double do your work. So coming back and checking it again, one time around, come back with a finished sealant, you're ready to roll.
Sweet.
Awesome. Then I got Amber Atkinson here. Somebody said this last week, but if that guy drives away completely forgetting that he left all his wash stuff, then he set himself up. Would have been someone else if not her.
I love the thought that goes into this.
The intrigue. Thank you for playing into it, Amber. You're just making the whole thing
just
that much richer of a tapestry of experiences. So thank you.
O&R Wash and Wax is, sorry, does anyone need to, okay, well,
we're at Hans. I took it back to Hans.
Does O&R Wash and Wax is great for car show, what the? Car show cars and people that like to rub on their care. See, I know, but Dane, I'm trying, man.
You just read it literally. I read what he probably meant, and I just interpret it, but you do it very literally.
I very much anchorman this. You know, I just say what's on the screen.
What's in the prompter.
It's not good. Next up, Dane.
Yes, now we're on to Ronnie Yacht.
Says, does one need to be certified to get the Opti-Coat in the syringe? So with the new Hypershine, no, this is something that we sell on the radcompany.com. But this one does come in a syringe, by the way.
Yeah.
But the other ones, like the Opti-Coat Pro Plus and Opti-Coat Pro 3, you would need to be certified for that.
Correct.
Or at least have the, that be an installer, I should say, for those.
You got it.
But, I mean, Hypershine, Jason, your read on the experience using Hypershine as far as, like, coatings are concerned. I know, obviously, Opti-Coat can be really extreme, but Hypershine as a coating performs about, how long is the expected lifespan?
You've got a 2 to 3, true 2 to 3 lasting on this. Longer depending on if you use a maintenance line. The less times you can touch your car and use more chemicals to clean it, the longer those coatings are going to last. Coatings can last a long time, but every time you touch it or wipe on it, you're causing friction, even small amounts of heat. And these towels, any towels, will slowly over time work that off. So anytime you can chemically treat it, when you've got a ceramic coating, the longer that actually will last, which is why you want to maintain it. It's important to keep it clean. Although it's easy to maintain now, doesn't mean it doesn't need to be washed. It just is going to be a lot easier to do that, and you don't need nearly as many products to get to the same level that you would if your car wasn't coated.
Gotcha.
Excellent point. All right, then I've got Amber Atkinson responding to Detailing Vibes. Thank you for the welcome. Been watching TRC for a long time and absolutely love this podcast and the community.
Thank Amber. You, appreciate that.
That means a lot. We hope people enjoy it here, and we always welcome them to share it with family, friends, or fellow enthusiasts for detailing.
Too true.
Hans Closen.
Nice to see Jason's way of applying the coating. I do it the same way. Seems like I was right making up this way. Okay, well, Hans, you're probably on the right path.
People have enjoyed watching your process, Jason, just seeing how you do it. It makes them feel better about how they do it because they're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, there's not a lot of stress to it. It's something you have to worry about, especially with the new Hypershine. If I've forgotten an area, you guys have probably seen, I've walked a few times going, where was I exactly?
Yeah.
Because
Super
I polished this
stress.
car, it's nice and shiny regardless. But if you walk around or missed an area that you didn't level, that's not a problem. You can come back and do it again. I can easily walk around and like, where was I at? And do a light feel and go, oh yeah, this is where I was finishing, stuff like that. So you don't have to worry about setting a stopwatch or making sure nobody calls you. Put your earbuds in, listen to some music and just work it and have fun with it. I mean, this is not supposed to be hard, it's supposed to be fun. So
yeah. So that is an appeal for Hypershine especially. Then we got Ted Hughes here. Also, my previous question is curiosity. As I live in Glasgow, most people foam and use mitts.
Yep.
All right. Then I've got Amber also responding, really love all the tips that Jason is giving. I hope to see more of him and other Opti representatives. Well, Jason's your guy. And I was going to say, you got videos that will come out on the Opti channels as well. And yeah, so if you guys want to see more of them, you can go and check out the Opti-Coat channel or the Optimum channel as well. Which is the one people should be going to?
Probably the Opti-Coat. That'll give us an overview of all of it and stuff like that. As we said, the Optimum Polymer technology is your whole branding. The Opti-Coat is just a part of it for that next level. So they are different, but they're one and the same. We're the same big family and all that.
Yeah.
Same with you guys. So if you guys have questions that pop up, give me a call. You know, we can jump on a call like this real quickly and answer some questions so you can hear it literally from me, or I can tell you, here's some tips, here's some tricks, here's ways I wouldn't do it, and here's some chemicals I might use over another one. There's no exact method. Nobody has ever written a book that says it has to be done exactly this way. Every car is different, every environment's different, every person's different. So you got to kind of find what works out well for you and what you enjoy using, what you enjoy not using, and putting that together so it gets the results that you want.
Perfect.
And otherwise, there would be just one detail chemical for everybody to use, and that'd be all it is. It'd be just O&R, and it'd be nothing else.
Well, I mean, if somebody wants to do it that way, okay. But yeah, no, you guys can also find Jason in upcoming videos here on the Rag Company YouTube channel as well. There's going to be a lot of good ones on their way.
And we'll be live at SEMA this year too, talking about some of the products, showing we actually have really neat cars that are in our booth at SEMA. We get a lot of attention for it. So we'll do some live showing like what we did to it. And usually at SEMA, we'll actually do the process of every hour I'll polish a panel and coat it, and polish a panel every hour. So if you want to stop in and see quickly how the process is done right there, come check us out at SEMA.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Hans says, no wax stock anymore. They stopped. Oh, I'm sorry, buddy. And then Amber saying, Jason seems to be applying ceramic to his applicator rather frequently, more often than I would have expected. Can he speak to that?
I can. It looks like I'm putting more on there than I actually am. It does have an applicator tip like this, and I've got a heavy finger, so I'm careful not to push this really hard and have it squirting out.
Kind of a
so
tap,
although it looks like I'm putting a lot on there, like right now, I'm putting nothing on there. I'm just trying to be nice and light because we're talking, so I've got my attention here, there, so I don't want to be that guy. So although it looks like I'm putting more and more chemical on, it's me just kind of checking to make sure I'm where I was at. Probably not putting as many drips as it might look like it.
Yeah.
Nope, that's
Very
great.
good.
Then Hans, all I know about wax stock, the people that made it, some of the people left and started doing something else. I hope it'll be back in 2026. Well, never say never.
Yeah.
Can always be something. Then Brandon saying thank you. He was the one with the question about apartment washing. Then we got Brandon also following up saying, does the Opti-Coat no rinse soften water as well?
It does.
Yeah, same thing.
Yep, it does. It helps neutralize your acidities and your bases that are coming in your water, or your pH, and it helps it keep it neutral. So it's going to always pull to the center, so it doesn't have a base or an acid to it. And that's going to be, of course, the safest way to do it is not to have either one of those sides of that scale. You want to be right in the middle. That's why pH is important, because if all the pHs are equal, there's no danger mixing anything. Doesn't mean it's the best way to use a product, but a lot of times in hazardous situations, we don't want to mix this with ammonia, with chlorine and things like that, because it can cause chemical reactions. When you have chemicals that are all pH balanced like that, if this spilled into this for some reason, there's no concern to worry about it. Again, it's not like using Windex and chlorine and mixing them together and being like, that's probably not a great idea to clean up cat urine in your garage, type thing, because it's nasty stuff. So.
Oh, man. Well, and that brings us to the end of our Q&A, but don't run away just yet. I want to make sure you guys hit that big old thumbs up button while you're here for a second. And, of course, if you enjoyed this, leave a comment down below. Tell us something you'd like to see the next time we have Jason over.
Yep.
Something involving Opti-Coat or Optimum products, as well as Jason. Can you give the people a little spiel on where they can find you, more information, Optimum, etc.?
Yep. So obviously we work very closely with TRC. These guys are great. They know our product very well, so they can answer most questions. You can obviously reach out to Opti-Coat.com and get a hold of me. Or if you have any questions, you can email me at jason@Opti-Coat.com, and I'll get back to you right away.
Perfect.
Right on.
And awesome. Anthony, before we go, little info on that sale again for people who are still here with us.
Yeah, so at theradcompany.com right now, you can save on each Optimum bundle, right? So we have a pretty heavy discount on each one of these, but on top of just saving, you're also going to get a 32-ounce bottle of O&R for free. The newest V6 for free.
Wow.
All you got to do, buy the bundle, get the bottle of ONR for free, and you're going to get all these products at an amazing price at a huge discount. So pick it up while supplies last and before the sale ends, because once the sale ends, the offer is no longer valid. So anyways, really cool sale. We've been so happy to have Jason out here. It's been such an awesome week, man. We just,
thank you.
We've been enjoying every bit of this. And so thank you guys so much for joining us on the Q&A today. Dane, take it away.
All right, you guys. Well, if you enjoyed this, we hope you come back for another Q&A. Next time you're available, we're doing them every Thursday around the same time, 2 p.m. Mountain Time. You know where it is. All you got to do is show up. So bring those questions next time. Have a great weekend. Once again, hit that like button and leave a comment on your way out the door. Take care.
See ya.